Welcome to Webb City Cardinals Baseball on KNEO 91.7 FM with live audio and video online at kneo.org. This broadcast is a sporting outreach of the KNEO Sports Network. You're now locked into the official pregame show of the Webb City Cardinals. Now let's go to the game site for all the action.
And a good afternoon, and welcome to Webb City, Missouri, and Chuck Barnes Field as we get set for Cardinal baseball this afternoon, as the Cardinals will welcome the John Hershey Huskies from the suburban Chicago area this afternoon. Along with studio producer Luke Taylor, back in our KDO studios, Tim Workman along with Will Hedrick here with you to bring this afternoon's ball games. Well, the Cardinals got off to a good start last Thursday as they won their season opener over Farmington, Arkansas. But then to make some accommodations to the basketball teams in Logan Rogersville, they got on a bus less than 12 hours later and had an early morning Friday game at Logan Rogersville where they came up just short 5-4. They had plenty of opportunities, stranded 10 base runners, and came up just short in that to drop to 1-1 on the season. The Huskies come into town. They are 2-0-1.
Hey fans,
they
and umpires
had a tie game the other day, and when I was talking to the coach about the tie, they don't have a lot of lights on their baseball fields in Chicago, so they got to the seventh inning, bases loaded in the bottom half, and couldn't score, and then ended up in a tie ball game. So they made the trip down yesterday. They took on Joplin, where they won yesterday, and have moved over here to Webb City, where we're getting set for a good one here as the Cardinals welcome the Huskies from John Hershey. We'll talk a little bit more about today's game and come back with starting lineups. You're listening to Countdown to First Pitch, sponsored by Burpo Family Chiropractic, Express RX in Webb City, and Who Hot Mongolian Grill. You're listening to Cardinal Pregame here on the KNEO and the Webb City Cardinals Sports Network.
Reeves Tire and Automotive knows cars are how you navigate through your busy lives. Professionals will ensure your car is reliable to get you and your family to your destination. We provide competitive pricing and quality work on tires, wheels, oil changes, brakes, suspensions, alignments, and vehicle maintenance, all necessary to ensure your vehicle is ready to go. Family owned and operated for over 39 years, you will receive friendly, honest service, so get rolling with Reeves Tire in Joplin, Webb City, and Carthage.
Burpo Family Chiropractic is not just a place for adults, but for kids as well. From birth to geriatrics, Dr. Haley Burpo has the skills and knowledge to help patients of any age. Dr. Burpo is committed to taking time with her patients to go above and beyond to find the source of pain. To schedule an appointment, call 417-673-5555. Burpo Family Chiropractic. Once a Cardinal, now treating Cardinals. More information in names and numbers.
If you're a weekend warrior who likes to go, 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 don't let pain put the brakes on your pace. When you need help with an injury that keeps you from moving, you want an orthopedic team with a proven track record. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine is nationally recognized, and were recently named CareCheck's #1 hospital in the market and top 10% hospital in the state for hip fracture repair. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, the experience you need to keep pace with life.
Webb City Cardinal fans, did you know there's a local, knowledgeable, friendly pharmacy conveniently located at 101 West Doherty in Webb City? We are Express RX of Webb City. And the best part is we can save you up to 90% on your prescriptions from the big box stores. We make it so easy to switch. Plus, we offer free convenient services such as free delivery, drive-through, and free pill packaging. So come by and make the switch today. And go Cardinals!
Cure those school night blues and save money at the same time. That's right! Bring the whole family to Who Hot Mongolian Grill in Joplin every Tuesday from 4 p.m. to close, and kids 10 and under eat free with a purchase of an adult grill meal. Enjoy all you can eat on a selection of fresh vegetables plus meats that are grilled perfectly right in front of your eyes with your choice of Who Hot's mouth-watering signature sauces. Who Hot Mongolian Grill, 1804 South Rangeline Road in Joplin.
The Roper Kia 4-State Sports Report will provide up-to-the-minute scores and highlights from around the 4 states. With ultimate local coverage from all your favorite teams. The Roper Kia 4-State Sports Report, weeknights at 6 and 10 p.m.
Field number 6.
And back here at Webb City as we get set for baseball this afternoon as Webb City will take on John Hershey. The keys to winning are sponsored by Missouri Southern State University. Qualifying first-time freshmen are eligible to receive up to $20,000 in scholarships automatically at Missouri Southern State University. Learn more at mssu.edu/mosomerit and apply today. And Will, how about a couple of keys for this afternoon's game?
Our first key will start from behind the plate with catcher Bryson Bard filling in for Mason Williams, who got injured in one of their games with a hand injury, sliding back into first base. So Bryson Bard is going to have to fill in that spot, and of course catchers, a lot of people would argue, is probably the most important position other than maybe your pitcher. So catcher's really important, got to be solid back there, stop maybe some bad pitches, and then also, of course, your pitcher, arguably your most important, is going to have to be Cohen Epler. He's going to have a good day as well.
All right, let's take a 2-minute timeout as we get set for the national anthem here. We'll be right back with Cardinal Baseball. You're listening to KNEO on the Webb City Cardinal Sports Network.
Being a Lion comes with a reputation for excellence. Whether it's in the classroom, on the court, or in the community, Lions are leading the way. With innovative and immersive academic programs, new scholarship opportunities, and a campus committed to the future, now is the perfect time to find your purpose. Find your pride at Missouri Southern State University.
Papa John's Pizza in Webb City can satisfy your hunger cravings before or after the game. Stop by and pick up one of their specialty pizzas, like the Works, the Meats, or the Barbecue Chicken Bacon. Don't forget to grab a side order of breadsticks or Papa's Wings to top off your order. Papa John's Pizza in Webb City, 417-673-7272, or order online at papajohns.com or through the Papa John's app. Go Cardinals!
Dairy Queen Grill and Chill in Webb City is the place to go before or after the game. Check out their amazing menu of fan-favorite blizzards like Oreo or cookie dough. Happy hour is daily from 2 to 5 p.m. That means everything you can drink from a straw is half price, excluding premium shakes. Don't forget to grab one of their $7 meal deals or their signature stack burgers and top it off with a Misty Slush. The Dairy Queen Grill and Chill in Webb City, open daily from 10 a.m. to 11 p.m. Proud to support the Webb City Cardinals.
Webb City Sports is sponsored by Nick Myers, certified public accountant, located in Webb City at 2nd and Main, next door to City Hall, offering tax preparation and planning for personal and business taxes. Plus, they offer bookkeeping services and QuickBooks setup and training services. Open Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Nick Myers CPA at 2nd and Main in Webb City, with offices also in Joplin and Anderson. More information online at nickmyerscpa.com or 417-673-4200.
And welcome back here to Chuck Barnes Field as we get set for Cardinal baseball. Starting lineups are brought to you by Papa John's Pizza of Webb City and Reeves Tire and Automotive. Let's go through the Husky lineup real quick as we finish up our warm-up pitches there from Cohen Epler. They'll have at second base number 2, Brady Clare. Batting second at the shortstop, Chuck Meister. In center field, Charlie Arvanitis will bat third. Their catcher, Drew Thomas, will bat fourth. Designated hitter Mikey Sokin will bat fifth. Playing left field and batting sixth will be Diego Garcia. Batting seventh and playing first base is Wyatt Groberski. At third base and batting eighth is Marcus Kretzu. And in right field, batting ninth is Bennett McNeil. On the mound for the Huskies today will be Keegan Luxem. As the pitcher, we'll set the Cardinal lineup here. We'll get their starting lineup here in a minute, but as far as in the field today, Lenton Piet will be at third. Strickland will be at short. Hudson Bird at second. Brock Renfro at first. In the outfield, you'll have Brody Eggleston, Andrew Young, and Luke Beverland from left to right. Cohen Epler gets the start this afternoon with Bard behind the plate. That'd be Bryson Bard. And we've completed our warm-up tosses, and we're getting ready to get started right here as Brady Clare will step in for the Huskies. The Huskies have 8 members of their team already signed to play college baseball, as they are very senior and junior dominated. I don't think there's a sophomore in the lineup, as that first pitch misses inside for ball 1. Brady is one of 2 others that have not signed yet but have plenty of college interest. Next pitch, bounce down to third. Piet, long throw across in time, and there's now 1 out on just 2 pitches. Up next will be the shortstop, Chuck Meister.
The shortstop, number 5, Chuck Meister.
And he'll be in there now with 1 out. Epler peers in. And the windup in the pitch. First pitch swinging, fly down the right field line and out of play for strike 1. The Cardinals today in their blue uniforms with red trim. The Huskies in white pants and orange tops. It's a great day out here for baseball. Just about 68 degrees, partly sunny skies with just a slight breeze. Off-speed pitch missing upstairs there from Epler. The count evens out at 1 ball, 1 strike. Hershey got a 10-0 win yesterday at Joplin. The 1-1 pitch inside once again for ball 2. Talking to the coach earlier, they'd left Chicago area on Sunday, made the drive down, played yesterday in Joplin. Today here, they'll spend the night and then get back on the bus and head back towards home with 2 more games before finally returning to Chicago. That pitch popped up to second baseman Bird. He camps under it and pulls it in for out number 2. So 2 away here in the top half of the first. That will bring up the center fielder, Charlie Arvanitis. He'll bat from the left-hand side. Arvanitis signed to play at Gateway Community College. First pitch swinging, flares that down the left side, out of play, foul. So Epler doing a good job of challenging the Huskies here early. The 0-1 pitch. Fastball inside that checked his swing. And the count evens out at 1 ball, 1 strike. Just underway here at the top of the first inning. 2 outs for the Huskies. This one bounced right in front of the plate. The pitcher up with it quickly, but he's not going to have a play as that was bounced way up in the air. So it's going to be a short 15-foot infield single, but it probably went 20 feet in the air. So a little chopping single there off the bat of Arvanitis will bring up the catcher, Drew Thomas.
Drew Thomas.
He'll be up there with 2 outs. Arvanitis down there at first. The first pitch, Thomas swung on and fouled straight back. Counts now 0-1. Let's see here. Drew Thomas is one of the few that hasn't signed to play baseball somewhere. From the look of his body type, though, he may be more of a football player. Pitch missing down and away. The count evens out at 1 ball, 1 strike. Epler comes set. Quick throw to first. Arvanitis back in easily. The 1-1 pitch to Thomas. Missing outside. Counts now 2-1. So after quickly getting 2 outs, a little chopping single has got Epler throwing a few more pitches here in the first than he would like. The 2-1 pitch bounced right up the middle. Up with it, Strickland, and he'll take it to second base by himself in plenty of time. And there are now 3 outs in the inning, and we've finished a half inning here in Webb City. It's Huskies nothing and the Cardinals coming to bat. You're listening to the Cardinal Sports Network here on the KNEO and the Webb City Sports Network.
Price Family Insurance and Financial Services has been caring for clients since 1990 and is still here to take care of all your insurance needs, from auto, home, business, life, and health insurance to group health insurance for businesses, plus financial services. To find out more information, call the dedicated team at Price Family Insurance and Financial Services today at 417-673-8338 or stop by and see them at 100 South Main Street in Webb City. You can also learn more online at pricefamilyinsurance.com.
Proud to support the Cardinals and serve the Webb City and surrounding areas is Madison Pet Clinic. Located at 1631 South Madison in Webb City, they specialize in pet surgery, wellness exams, and vaccinations. Open Monday through Friday 8 to 5:30 and Saturday 8 to noon. Madison Pet Clinic is a proud supporter of the Webb City Cardinals. 673-2455 or online at madisonpetclinic.com. Go Cardinals!
And back here in Webb City, let's finish up those starting lineups. Papa John's Pizza, Webb City, and Reeves Tire and Automotive will go through the Webb City lineup here before they come to the plate. They'll have Andrew Young playing center field and leading off today. The designated hitter Carson Myers will bat second. Playing first base and batting third is Brock Renfro. Luke Beverlin will be out in right field and bat fourth. The pitcher, Cohen Epler, will bat fifth. Brody Eggleston, out in left field, will bat sixth. Doing the catching and batting seventh will be Bryson Bard. The second baseman, Hudson Bird, will bat eighth. And your shortstop, Braden Strickland, will bat ninth. And Landon Piet will play third base and be hit for this afternoon. So Huskies come up empty in the top half of the inning as they've got a base hit. And that was all.
Some sponsors for tonight's ball game: Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, Burpo Family Chiropractic, Arvis Wealth Management, Snodgrass Collision Center, as well as Reeves Tire and Automotive, Papa John's Pizza of Webb City, Hoo Hot Mongolian Grill, and Price Family Insurance and Financial Services.
And we're getting set here as coming to the plate is Andrew Young as they throw the ball around the infield and the catcher trots out to have a quick
leading off the center fielder, number
meeting
6,
out there at the
Andrew
mound.
Young
is 0 for 2 so far in the year. He didn't bat in game one, batted at Logan Rogersville, and now moved back up to his accustomed leadoff spot. Batting from the left side, and the first pitch is a called strike. Luxem. Next pitch, one hop out to the second baseman. Up with it was Clare and over to Groberski for the out. So Young out on a ground ball to second.
The designated hitter, number 4.
The designated hitter, Carson Myers. Now in there, Myers, an even 500 on the year. 3 for 6 so far on the Young season. Watches the first pitch over but low for ball one. Myers' 3 hits all came in the opening game. Next pitch skips at the plate, and Myers is ahead in the count now 2-0. This will be a nice change of pace from the game we had last week as both pitchers appear that they want to work quickly as Luxem fires in a fastball for a called strike as both he and the Cardinal pitcher get the ball back and they're ready to go. The 2-1 pitch swung on and missed by Myers, and the count evens out at 2 balls and 2 strikes. The 2-2 offering from Luxem. Fouled straight back by Myers. And he's still up there with the 2 ball and 2 strike count. We'll set the defense here for the Huskies in just a moment. As Luxem back on the mound and delivers the 2-2 pitch. Outside, and the count goes full. Huskies have Kretzu down there at third. Meister at short, Claire at second, and Groberski at first. We'll get the outfield in just a second as the 3-2 pitch is going to be a called strike in the upper half of the corner. And Myers will go down looking. 2 outs here now in the first inning as Brock Renfro will come to the plate. Renfro, 2 for 5 on the season. Right now has the badge of courage as he also leads the team in being hit by pitches twice. First pitch he sees outside for ball 1. Lexham stands on the third base side of the rubber. Missing down low with that one, and the count's now 2-0. Renfro with 2 RBIs. I believe both of those were in the first game. As you watch another pitch sail upstairs. Counts now 3 balls and no strikes. Next pitch misses upstairs, and just like the Huskies, the Cardinals end up with a 2-out base runner here in the first inning as Renfro will trot down to first base. Luke Beverlin,
The right fielder, number 11, Luke Beverlin.
at the plate now. He was 0 for 2 on Friday morning. We'll watch the first pitch on the outside corner for strike 1. Renfro down there at first. 2 outs here in the bottom half of the first inning. Pitch just a little bit farther outside this time. Called a ball, and the count evens out at 1 ball, 1 strike. Renfro with a slight lead down there. Pitch tails inside and down at Beverlin's feet. 2 balls and 1 strike. The Huskies and the Cardinals have played each of the last 2 years, splitting the first 2 games. Next pitch outside, 3 balls and 1 strike. The Cardinals won their first meeting before the Huskies came back and won last year's contest. Count's now full as Beverlin watches a strike go by. And the 3-2 pitch. Foul tipped into the catcher's mitt and caught for strike 3, and that will put an end to the first inning after 1 complete. We're scoreless here at Webb City. You're listening to KNEO and the Webb City Cardinals Sports Network.
Burpo Family Chiropractic is not just a place for adults, but for kids as well. From birth to geriatrics, Dr. Haley Burpo has the skills and knowledge to help patients of any age. Dr. Burpo is committed to taking time with her patients to go above and beyond to find the source of pain. To schedule an appointment, call 417-673-5555. Burpo Family Chiropractic. Once a Cardinal, now treating Cardinals. More information in names and numbers.
Every Sunday from 4 p.m. to close, it's Student Night at Huhat Mongolian Grill in Joplin. Students of any age can bring in your valid student ID and receive 25% off your grill meal. At Huhat Mongolian Grill, you can always enjoy a vast selection of fresh vegetables, plus meats that are grilled perfectly right in front of your eyes with your choice of Huhat's mouth-watering signature sauces. Huhat Mongolian Grill, 1804 South Rangeline Road in Joplin. More information online at huhat.com.
And back here at Sunny Barnes Field on a Tuesday afternoon. The Cardinals finishing their warm-up tosses here in the second inning as the Huskies will send up their designated hitter, Sokin, Garcia, the left fielder, and Groberski, the first baseman. The first 3 due up here in the top half of the second.
Pam Drake at Roderick Insurance Agency is proud to support the Webb City Cardinals. Roderick Insurance Agency has served the area since 1945 and is located at 108 North Main in Webb City, offering insurance plans including auto, home, business, and more from a variety of companies. For more information, call 417-673-1242 or online at rodrickinsuranceagency.com.
Leading off the designated
hitter for the Huskies steps in here on the right-hand side. Mikey Sokin. For those of you watching for Chicago, I apologize for any of the names. We try to get them as close as we can. Pitch misses inside for ball 1. And if you've joined us, welcome to our broadcast. Epler's 1-0 pitch will be flared out of play on the right side, and the count will even out. 1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-1 pitch from Epler. Downstairs and low. Counts 2 balls and 1 strike. A called strike on the next pitch, and that'll make the count even out at 2-2. The 2-2 pitch, fisted out to short on 2 hops to Strickland and across in time for out number 1. 6-3 on the putout.
The left fielder number 9,
which will bring up now Diego Garcia, the left fielder for the Huskies. He will also bat from the right-hand side. Epler's first pitch to him. In at the knees for ball 1. Flag laying limp out there, just a little tug as a slight breeze still cuts through the air. That pitch on the outside corner for a called strike. 1-1 the count. Here to Garcia. The next offering over through that just a little bit. Skips back to the backstop, and the count's now 2 balls and 1 strike. The 2-1 pitch from Epler is grounded out to Bird and over to Renfro for out number 2. So 2 ground ball outs here. In the second inning, we'll bring up the first baseman, Wyatt Groberski. The first pitch he will see from Epler. He will shoot foul on the right side. Over off the Student Services building. The 0-1 pitch here from Epler. Breaking pitch misses outside. Outfield playing pretty much straight away. Andrew Young a little over to right field. As that pitch misses inside, 2 balls and 1 strike. The 2-1 pitch. Bounced out to second. Over to his right is Bird, and in plenty of time, and that will put the end to the top of the second inning. 3 ground ball outs. We finished an inning and a half. We're still scoreless. You're listening to the KNEO and the Webb City Cardinals Sports Network.
The Webb City Booster Club is proud to support Webb City student athletes. The Booster Club works with parents, community volunteers, and businesses to enrich the experience of Webb City High School athletics. They would like to encourage anyone interested in making an impact on our student athletes to consider joining the Booster Club. If you are an individual, family, or business and would like more information on joining the Boosters, you can stop by the Booster trailer that is at all Cardinal home games, or you can find them on Facebook at Webb City Athletic Booster Club. Webb City Booster Club wishes all their athletes an amazing year. Go Cards!
Body and Soul Transformation, located at 1703 Falcon Suite C in Webb City, is a 10,000 square foot, 24-hour fitness center and specialized personal training facility. They offer a variety of group fitness classes. They now accept silver sneakers and have classes for seniors. They also hold kids and youth events. They have something to offer everyone in the family and even have a kids zone for busy parents. Body and Soul Transformation in Webb City, 417-553-0757 or online at bodysoultransformation.com.
Arvest Ballpark on Tuesday night, April 8th, as they begin a 6-game homestead versus the First Go Rough Riders that goes through Sunday, April 13th. For ticket information, visit nwanaturals.com, a supporter of high school baseball on KNEO.
And thank you, Will. Cohen Epler will lead off here in the bottom half of the second inning. Epler has a team-leading 3 runs scored so far, tied with Myers. First pitch swinging and pops it foul down first base line.
Is there a way you can turn up the music, please? Turn it up. Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
0-1 pitch. Missing outside, ball 1. One and 1 the count here to Epler. Fouled straight back at us. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count. As Bryson Bard flashes across your screen there and picks up the loose ball. 1 and 2 the count here to Epler. Luxem shakes off the first sign. Now he's got one he likes. A breaking pitch that misses. Count evens out at 2 balls, 2 strikes. This one drilled into left field, and that'll be the first hit of the game as Epler dumps a single into left field. So a nice piece hitting there from Epler. And that will bring Brody Eggleston to the plate.
Left fielder number 16, Brody Eggleston.
Looks now as if we're going to have our courtesy runner here for Epler. If I can catch his number there, it looks like it's number 2. So for the Cardinals, that's Barrick Hoffman. Will now be down there running for Epler. Now the first pitch to Brody Eggleston will be a called strike. The Cardinals with their first hit of the day. As Eggleston will watch the next pitch sail outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. Coach Doning calling out a series of numbers. Eggleston now climbs back in. Hoffman with the lead. This time Eggleston will swing through a fastball. Counts now in Lexham's favor. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Eggleston comes up empty on that swing, and he'll be a strikeout victim for out number 1. Bringing up the catcher, Bryson Bard.
Catcher number 22, Bryson Bard.
First pitch to Bard. Up and away is throw down to first. Hoffman back in time. 1 out here in the bottom half of the second inning. Hoffman with his lead. Bard fouled at the plate off the catcher. As the home plate umpire will take a stroll out to the pitcher's mound, giving Thomas just a chance to shake that off a little bit. I think it caught him on the forearm of his catching hand. Home plate umpire asks him if he's all right. He shakes his head yes.
Those making this time possible, Missouri Southern State University, Webb City Booster Club, Dairy Queen of Webb City, and Northwest Arkansas Naturals.
The 1-1 pitch, up and away for ball 2. Bard now ahead in the count, 2 balls, 1 strike. Hoffman leads off from first. As Bard takes a big swing but comes up empty. Count even out, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Luxem taking just a moment here to collect himself. Now he's back up on the rubber as Bard will climb back in. A look over to first. And now a delivery. Misses. The count's run full here. 3 balls and 2 strikes on Bard. Hudson Bird awaits on deck. The 3-2 pitch will miss, and Bard will draw a walk that will move Hoffman down to second. So 2-1 now here with only 1 out.
Second base number 3, Hudson Bird.
As Hudson Bird will come up, and it looks as if we're going to have a pinch runner here for Bird as Talon Haslip will come into the game and run. I'm sorry, for Bard, courtesy runner. Bird will take the first pitch upstairs for ball 1. So 2 courtesy runners on the bases right now with Hoffman out there at second, Haslip over at first. Bird watches the next one go upstairs for ball 2. Hudson Bird is still looking for his first hit, but has an on-base average of .429 as he's picked up 3 walks so far on the young season. Swing and a miss there, and the count's now 2 balls and 1 strike. Cardinals have a little threat here in the bottom half of the second. And Bird now way ahead in the count, 3 balls and 1 strike. The number 9 hitter, Braden Strickland, would be next. 3-1 the count here on Bird. Count's now full as that pitch called a strike by the home plate umpire. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. 2 men on. And Bird will watch another one upstairs, and now the bases are loaded. The Cardinals now with bases loaded, and Braden Strickland to the plate. This is where the Cardinals struggled just a little bit on Friday, as they would have runners on and just not quite come up with the hit they needed. So Strickland up there in the spot to deliver a couple of runs here if he can get a hold of one. Luxem now in a bit of a jam. Strickland with a big swing at the first pitch and comes up empty for strike 1. Hoffman, Haslip, Bird around the bags. Strickland once again with a swing at an inside pitch and comes up empty. Down in the count, no balls and 2 strikes. The 0-2 pitch. Luxem misses outside. Looking to see if Strickland would chase. The count's now 1 ball, 2 strikes. The 1-2 pitch from Luxem. Strickland pops it up into right field. The right fielder slips just a little bit. He comes in, he makes the catch. And Hoffman's going to tag up and try to score. Here comes the play at the plate, and he is out at home. 9-3-2 on the putout, and a fly ball out at home double play will end the second inning. So the Cardinals threaten, but they come up empty. We've finished 2. You're listening to the Cardinal Sports Network here on the KNEO.org. Thanks.
Singing is my career and my calling, but I'm also a mother of 4.
And as entrepreneurs, we weigh the cost of every decision.
Medical bills are no longer a worry for our family, so I can focus on my calling.
And our family.
Joining Christian Healthcare Ministries was one of the best decisions we ever made. We're the Blair family, and this is our CHM story.
Choose your doctor without network restrictions, all at an affordable price. Enroll anytime at chministries.org/enroll.
At ProLube Tire and Auto Center, we know what it means to rely on your vehicle. We race all year and know how to get that extra inch out of every part. Precision, quality, and reliability are not just words to us, it's what we do every day. We know you rely on your vehicle to perform for your family. From oil changes to full-on repairs, ProLube gives you the best racetrack team experience, so you can be worry-free.
ProLube Tire and Auto Center, where we get it right on the road and the track.
East 4th Street in Joplin and specializes in complete body and frame repair, four-wheel alignment, and paintless dent repair. Snodgrass Collision Center, 781-7774. Proud to support the Webb City Cardinals in tonight's game.
Cardinals tried to force the action there in the bottom half of the second as the fly ball to right field was medium depth. Coach Doning took a chance, and the Huskies were able to answer that as a nice relay from the first baseman cut down Hoffman as he tried to score. We head here to the top of the third as the Huskies now down to their number 8 hitter, Marcus Kretzu.
The third baseman, number 11, Marcus Kretzu.
Epler's first pitch to him, and it's going to hit him. So down to first will go Kretzu, with Bennett McNeil, the right fielder, coming up next.
The right fielder, number 15, Bennett McNeil.
Bennett McNeil has signed at the University of Wisconsin-La Crosse to continue his baseball career there. Fisted foul for strike one. No runs on one hit for both ball clubs. The Cardinals have left 3 on base. The Huskies 1. The 0-1 pitch inside for ball 1. Just now here in the top of the third inning, Epler with his 30th pitch of the ball game. Will miss upstairs once again, 2 balls and 1 strike. Pitch counts sometimes become important here in high school baseball as there are certain limitations that have been placed on pitchers, a number of pitches per day. Toss over to first. No problem. And even that is changing based on your class, whether you're freshman, sophomore, or junior, senior. Called strike there to McNeil. A senior pitcher can go 105 pitches in a day. The 2-2 pitch. Chopped foul right behind home plate. The count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes. Gone are the days of the workhorses with 150 pitches over 7 innings. And now you have to minimize your work or make sure you have a strong bullpen to be successful. 2-2 the count. Here to McNeil. Epler delivers upstairs, and the count runs full. So Epler about to work himself into a little bit of a jam. The 3-2 pitch to McNeil. Will miss outside, and the Huskies now have 2 on with nobody out. And the top of the lineup
Number 2,
coming to the plate. Claire grounded out to third his first time up. Cardinals would love to see a ground ball, double play ball right here if Epler can coax one. showing bunt right back to Epler, who will take the easy out at first as both runners will move up for the Huskies. And there's one away here after the sacrifice. So Claire did his job, moving both runners up
Number 5,
into scoring position. Meister, who popped out to second, his first at bat, up there now with runners at second and third. Ground ball down to third. Kretsu back to the bag as Piet give him a look and then fires across to Renfro in time. And now there's 2 outs and the runner still at second and third. So a nice play there by Piet as he looked the runner back.
Number 27, Charlie Arvanitis.
Epler now with a chance to escape the inning. Arvanitis, the left-hander, takes the first pitch for a called strike. Arvanitis, if you remember, had the pop-up swinging bunt just in front of home plate for a single back in the first. Now up there with 2 outs. A late swing fouled into the left field fence. Epler now, it has the advantage, no balls and 2 strikes. To the stretch. Lifts his leg and delivers. Over below. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Arvanitis going to Gateway Community College. But he's going to watch that over for strike 3 as Epler started with a little bit of a jam, worked himself out of it with a sac fly, ground ball, strikeout. And after 2.5, we're scoreless here at Cardinal Field. You're listening to the KNEO and the Webb City Cardinal Sports Network.
So Maggie, just to be clear, this personalized RVest blueprint tells us literally when we can retire with a plan to get there?
Yep. Whoa, that's helpful.
Very helpful.
Retirement planning made easy. Arvest Wealth Management. Ready to help.
Crowder College, your future, our focus. At Crowder College, we have 6 convenient locations in Southwest Missouri and online programs to fit your needs. Flexible scheduling provides a pathway to a career or the opportunity to transfer to a 4-year university in a variety of programs. Cheer for the Rough Riders at athletic events. Use the Missouri A+ Scholarship Program for free tuition and common fees. At Crowder College, your future is our focus. Apply today at crowder.edu.
Sponsors for tonight's ball game: the Big Nickel Pro Lube Maintenance Center, Madison Pet Clinic, Roderick Insurance Agency, and Baker Davis Roderick CPAs, along with Express RX in Webb City, Body and Soul Transformation, Nick Myers CPA, and Crowder College. Also, make sure to download the KNEO iPhone or Android phone app at kneo.org. The KNEO iPhone or Android phone apps are sponsored by the Webb City Booster Club.
Back to the top of the lineup here in the 3rd inning as Andrew Young will return to the plate for his second at bat. He grounded out to second his first time up. Both teams with a chance to score there in the last inning as they both were turned away. And the first pitch here to Young. Upstairs, but called a strike. As Young took a pitch there, probably couldn't have handled with much success anyway. So 0-1 the count. As Luxem changes his eye level and goes down low, and this time misses. 1 ball, 1 strike. Both teams now have left 3 runners on base. The 1-1 pitch. A called strike. Young now hitting down in the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes. fouled straight back by Young. And he remains up there, now choked up on the bat just a little. See if he can put this 2-strike pitch in play. And he does, but he rolls over out to second base. Up with it was Clare over to Groberski for the first out. So Young grounds out to the second base for the second time today. Carson Myers struck out looking his first time.
Number 4, Carson Myers.
Now in there. And the first pitch he'll see from Luxem. Over but low for ball 1. The 1-0 pitch. Missing about the same spot, 2 balls and no strikes. The Cardinals will play another Illinois team on Thursday, only this time they will play at a neutral site as they both will go out to Missouri Southern and play on the Missouri Southern campus. Outside corner called strike. 2-1 the count. Licks Community will be the opponent on Thursday. Another called strike, and the count's even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. We'll get you an update on the games on Saturday as the times have moved just a little bit in just a moment. Breaking pitch misses down low, and the count's 3 balls and 2 strikes. This Saturday's games to be played at Carl Junction now been moved up. The first game will be at 10:30 in the morning with Carl Junction. Then they'll take on Collinsville, Oklahoma at 12:30. And Myers once again will get caught looking as he watches strike 3. 2 outs here in the home half of the 3rd inning. Brock Renfro, who walked his first time up there now with 2 outs. Sailing outside for ball 1. The 1-0 pitch. Right down the middle for strike 1. So both pitchers throwing strikes today. Swing and a miss there from Renfro on an inside pitch. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The 1-2 pitch from Luxem. Tried a breaking pitch, stayed upstairs. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The 2-2 pitch. Fouled off by Renfro. Count remains 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the home half of the 3rd. Missing outside, and the count's now full. Luxem just crossed over the 60-pitch mark for himself in the 3rd inning. But he'll be caught looking as the next pitch over at the knees for strike 3. So after 3 complete, we're scoreless. You're listening to Webb City Cardinal Baseball here on the Cardinal Sports Network and KNEO.
Being a Lion comes with a reputation for excellence. Whether it's in the classroom, on the court, or in the community, Lions are leading the way. With innovative and immersive academic programs, new scholarship opportunities, and a campus committed to the future, now is the perfect time to find your purpose. Find your pride at Missouri Southern State University.
The Roper Kia 4-State Sports Report will provide up-to-the-minute scores and highlights from around the 4 states. With ultimate local coverage from all your favorite teams. The Roper Kia 4-State Sports Report, weeknights at 6 and 10 p.m.
Proudly supporting the Cardinals is Baker Davis Roderick CPAs. BDR provides payroll, bookkeeping, and bill payment services for churches and small business. Baker Davis Roderick is located at 920 East 15th Street in Joplin. For more information, 417-782-0829 or online at www.bdrcpas.com. And supporting the Webb City Cardinal Athletics is the Webb City Florist and Greenhouse. They offer flower bouquets for all occasions, birthdays, anniversaries, and funerals. Find out more about Webb City Florist and Greenhouse at 417-673-3780. And to the fourth inning we go, and we will turn this over to my partner, Will Hedrick.
Well, we reach the top of the fourth inning now as John Hershey comes back to the plate. It's still a 0-0 ball game. Each team with just one hit and stranding a couple runners as well. Drew Thomas, the catcher, comes up to bat. In his first at-bat, he hit into a fielder's choice. Cohen Epler still on the mound for the Cardinals. First pitch will be a ground ball over to Brock Renfro, who scoops it up and runs it over for a quick one pitch, one out for the Cardinals.
Nice play there by Renfro. A little step to his right with a backhand.
Now Mikey Sokan, the designated hitter, he grounded out to the third baseman his first at bat. Cohen Epler now the kick and the throw. This one will be fouled back to the screen. Sokan now into the box, and now the quick delivery from Epler is outside for ball one. Evens the count at 1-1. Epler's ready. He'll deliver the pitch inside and low for ball two. Epler gives a little shake out of the right arm, and now he comes set and will deliver. Swinging strike two from Sokan, and that evens it out at 2-2. Epler shakes off a few pitches and now likes this one and delivers. It'll be a ground over to the third baseman, up and over to first for out number two. A good pick and a good throw by Piet over there at third base. Gave Renfro a throw right into the chest for an easy out number two. Now batting for John Hershey is the left fielder, Diego Garcia. First pitch from Epler is outside for ball one. Garcia, he grounded out to the second baseman, Bird. His first time up. Pitch from Epler comes in high for ball two. Epler now down 2-0. Get the sign and now delivers the pitch. This one will be a high chopper on the infield. Brock Renfro gets it, but Epler's not able to get over to first in time, and Garcia will get to first base.
Yeah, I don't think that Epler assumed Renfro was going to get it. Renfro thought Epler might get it, and nobody got to the bag in time. So an infield single here with two outs.
A similar hit to what Arvanitis had earlier in the game, just really high up in the air where nobody really knows what's going to happen. Check throw over to first base. Garcia gets back in safely. Batting now is Wyatt Grabowski. The first pitch he sees will be a ball low.
That was the 50th pitch of the afternoon for Cohen Epler.
Epler looking in for the sign. He's got it. Checks his runner. He'll snap back throw to first. Garcia in safely. Now Epler will get ready for the 1-0. Here it comes, a swinging strike one to even the count. Graborowski steps in, gets the time call from the umpire, and the pitch, ground ball right over to Brock Renfro, who will step on first and end this top half of the 4th inning. So 1 hit for John Hershey. They strand 1 runner. Score remains 0-0. Be back after this 1-minute break. You're listening to the KNEO and the Webb City Cardinals Sports Network.
If you're a weekend warrior who likes to go, 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 don't let pain put the brakes on your pace. When you need help with an injury that keeps you from moving, you want an orthopedic team with a proven track record. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine is nationally recognized and were recently named CareCheck's #1 hospital in the market and top 10% hospital in the state for hip fracture repair. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, the experience you need to keep pace with life.
Papa John's Pizza in Webb City can satisfy your hunger cravings before or after the game. Stop by and pick up one of their specialty pizzas, like the Works, the Meats, or the Barbecue Chicken Bacon. Don't forget to grab a side order of breadsticks or Papa's Wings to top off your order. Papa John's Pizza in Webb City, 417-673-7272, or order online at papajohns.com or through the Papa John's app. Go Cardinals!
On Tuesday night, April 8th, as they begin a 6-game homestand versus the Frisco Rough Riders that goes through Sunday, April 13th. For ticket information, visit NWANaturals.com, a supporter of high school baseball on KNEO. And the University of Illinois at Chicago commit Keegan Luxem back to the mound here as the Cardinals come to the plate in the bottom half of the 4th, and once again, my partner Will.
Luke Beverlin will step up to the plate for his second at-bat on the evening. He struck out swinging his first time up. He'll get into the batter's box. He's got his blue gloves. The first pitch, a breaking ball. A good one at that. It was a strike. Had Luke Beverlin leaning backwards. The 0-1 pitch, now a fastball on the outside for ball 1. Here's the 1-1 to Beverlin. Another breaking ball comes in low. It'll be a 2-1 count. Now here's the 2-1 outside for ball 3. Beverlin's now up in the count, 3-1. A hitter's count here, 3-1. Maybe see a good swing from Beverlin. The 3-1 pitch. There is the hit down the left field line, but it's going to go foul.
Out in front of that pitch was Beverlin as he pulled it to the base of the fence down there about halfway down the line in left.
The count goes full. Lexum comes set, and he delivers the pitch. Another breaking ball. This one hit down into the left field quarter. That's down for a base hit. Beverlin on his way to second. The left fielder slipping out there in the grass, and Beverlin will have a good stand-up double to start off the Cardinals' bottom of the 4th inning.
Number 12, Cohen Epler.
It's the second time we've seen outfielders for John Hershey slipping around out there. It's grass, unlike the turf infield. Now, the pitcher actually, Cohen Epler, he'll step up for his next at-bat. He's going to square up to bunt. He pulls back, but it's a strike anyway.
First baseman Graborowski was 20 feet away from home plate. I understand getting up there to get to the bunt, but my gosh, if he pulls that back and just taps it at you, there's no way you can react to that. So I don't mind the charge, but maybe put the brakes on just a little bit quicker.
Epler taking his time outside the box. He steps in, though. He'll square up to bunt once again, pull back, but it's a strike 2.
Nice pitch there by Luxem, a curveball, and Epler wasn't able to track it very well, so he takes it for a strike.
You can see why Luxem has already signed to college. His breaking ball is very good. Has gotten the Cardinals leaning back on multiple occasions. Next pitch comes in low, gets past the catcher, and Beverlin will head on over to third.
So a wild pitch moves Beverlin up 90 feet. So now another wild one can actually get him home. A lot more things can happen when you're at third.
Now the 1-2 pitch to Epler. It'll be a chopper over to the third baseman. Touches it in foul territory, and it'll be a foul ball. Good job making sure he touched it in foul territory, or else with that high bounce, Epler would have easily been safe at first.
And Beverlin going back to the bag did not allow the third baseman a chance to tag him out, so he would have had to make the throw.
The 1-2 pitch to Epler. Another breaking ball comes in just a bit low, and it evens the count at 2-2. So Beverlin over at third with no outs, a 2-2 count on the pitcher, Cohen Epler. This is hit to the shortstop, who makes the leaping catch. And Cohen Epler will line out. Had good contact, just unfortunately hit it right at the shortstop, Meister. Now Brody Eggleston, the next batter for the Cardinals. First pitch to him is going to be popped high and out for a foul ball. Brody Eggleston went down swinging his first time up. He'll square up to bunt, pulls back. It is a ball. So good eye there from Brody Eggleston. Count will even out at 1-1.
A little bit of a safety squeeze there maybe, as Beverlin started down the line but not very far.
Eggleston gets time called from the home plate umpire. Now he comes set and delivers the 1-1. This is hit to the shortstop once again. He'll go over to first and tag out the runner, Eggleston, but Beverlin will score to give the Cardinals their first run and the lead. So an RBI from Brody Eggleston, who had a little bit of a collision down there at first base as the throw was high and off the bag and forced the first baseman, Grabrowski, to kind of jump in the way of the runner. The next batter for the Cardinals is Bryson Bard, the catcher.
So as we mentioned earlier, that wild pitch that moved him up 90 feet, a ground out was all it took to score him.
First two pitches to Bard are balls. One low, one inside. And he's up early in the count, 2-0. This pitch is going to be a little blooper into shallow center field, but the shortstop running over, he makes the catch and will end the inning for the Cardinals, but not before they scored one run and they've taken the lead. We head to the fifth inning. You're listening to the KNEO and the Webb City Cardinals Sports Network.
Every Sunday from 4 p.m. to close, it's Student Night at Huhat Mongolian Grill in Joplin. Students of any age can bring in your valid student ID and receive 25% off your grill meal. At Huhat Mongolian Grill, you can always enjoy a vast selection of fresh vegetables, plus meats that are grilled perfectly right in front of your eyes with your choice of Huhat's mouth-watering signature sauces. Huhat Mongolian Grill, 1804 South Range Line Road in Joplin. More information online at whohot.com. Cure those school night blues and save money at the same time. That's right! Bring the whole family to Hot Mongolian Grill in Joplin every Tuesday from 4 p.m. to close, and kids 10 and under eat free with a purchase of an adult grill meal. Enjoy all you can eat on a selection of fresh vegetables, plus meats that are grilled perfectly right in front of your eyes with your choice of Hot's mouth-watering signature sauces. Hot Mongolian Grill, 1804 South Rangeline Road in Joplin.
Snodgrass Collision Center is honored to serve the area and support our local schools located at 1604 East 4th Street in Joplin, specializing in complete body and frame repair, four-wheel alignment, and paintless dent repair. Snodgrass Collision Center, 781-7774. Proud to support the Webb City Cardinals in tonight's game, and other sponsors include Express RX and Webb City Body and Soul Transformation, Nick Meyer CPA, Crowder College, Reeves Tire and Automotive, Papa John's Pizza, Webb City, Hot Mongolian Grill, Price Family Insurance, and Financial Services. Head here to the top half of the fifth. The Cardinals have made a pitching change as Landon Piet will take over for Epler. So that will move Epler probably back to short. I have to take just a second and track all of them through, as Piet will now become the pitcher of record. Strickland will slide over to third. Cardinals got a run in the bottom half of the fourth to grab a 1-0 lead. No runs on 2 hits for the Huskies, 1 run on 2 hits for the Cardinals. Bottom part of the lineup is Huskies will send up 8, 9, and 1. And back to my partner, Will.
Batting for John Hershey is Marcus Kreku. And now, of course, pitching for the Cardinals is Piet. First pitch is a fastball on the outside corner for strike one.
First appearance of the year for Piet, who actually was a catcher on Friday.
Next pitch, a breaking ball over to Strickland, and now down to first base for 2 pitches and 2 out for, or excuse me, 2 pitches, 1 out for the Cardinals.
Be a pinch hitter here for the Huskies is
number 7, Damian Marcus.
Number 7, Damian Marcus will step in there.
Marcus batting for the right fielder, McNeil. First pitch is a swinging strike one. Piet now will deliver the right-handed pitch. It comes in low for ball one. Marcus, the left-handed batter with the blue bat and gray helmet. He'll see the next pitch. Looked like a changeup, came in a little bit high for ball two. Piet now will deliver the 2-1 pitch. That one also comes in high for ball three, and Piet now down in the count 3-1. Now here's the 3-1 pitch. That'll be outside for ball four, and Marcus comes in to pitch hit for McNeil. He'll work a walk.
Number 2, Brady Clare.
Now returning to the top of the lineup is Brady Clare, who grounded it out the first time, and he had a sacrifice bunt his second time. With the runner on first, double play is in effect here. First pitch from Piet is low, and the ball is underneath the umpire's feet. A good job by the catcher for the Cardinals getting there. Bryson Bard getting it before the runner Marcus could take off. Check throw over to first base. Slides back in safely. Piet now comes set. With the right foot on the rubber, he'll deliver. Ball on the outside corner for strike one. It's a 1-1 count with 1 out. Top of the 5th inning, Cardinals lead 1-0. Piet taking his time on the mound, and Claire calls time, backs out of the box. Claire now is back in and is set and ready. Piet to deliver. This will be a chopper over to the third baseman Strickland, who gets the ball, throws over to first base for out number 2. An athletic-looking play over there by Braden Strickland, jumping up high, going and getting the ball in a hard throw across the diamond for out number 2.
These balls off the bat today remind you a lot of the old turf in the late 70s, early 80s at Kauffman or Cardinal Stadium, where the ball just bounced tremendously high. And so Strickland up as far as he could reach to grab that one and was able to get the out.
Chuck Meister now to the plate for John Hershey. He waves the bat. The right-handed batter now comes still, awaiting the pitch. An off-speed pitch that got away, and the runner, Marcus, will head on over to third. It looked like Piet was trying to get some sort of breaking ball. It didn't go exactly how he planned, and the catcher could not get up and catch the ball in time, and now a wild pitch advances the runner. Here's the 1-0 to Meister. Comes in low for ball number 2.
See if the Cardinals can work around that free 90 that they just gave the Huskies.
Here's the 2-0 pitch. It gets away from the catcher. The runner will come home, and he will come in safely. And the first run for John Hershey comes from 2 wild pitches from the pitcher Piet, who came in for relief. And it's now a 3-0 count on the batter Meister. Here's the 3-0. This will be a ground ball over to the shortstop, who's up and over, and will get the out to end the inning. So the Cardinals made good work, but a few wild pitches scored a run. It is tied going into the bottom of the 5th. Webb City will come up to bat. You're listening to the KNEO and the Webb City Cardinals Sports Network.
Papa John's Pizza in Webb City can satisfy your hunger cravings before or after the game. Stop by and pick up one of their specialty pizzas, like the Works, the Meats, or the Barbecue Chicken Bacon. Don't forget to grab a side order of breadsticks or Papa's Wings to top off your order. Papa John's Pizza in Webb City, 417-673-7272, or order online at papajohns.com or through the Papa John's app. Go Cardinals!
If you've ever watched any of the talent shows on television, you see people doing almost anything for attention. What are you doing to get noticed? Whose attention are you seeking? Will that really fulfill you? There is one person that changes all of that, and it's Jesus. He loves you and has a hope and purpose for your life. If you want to learn to have a personal relationship with Jesus, then call or text us at 888-NEED-HIM or chat with us online at chataboutjesus.com.
And back here at Barnes Field, now tied at 1-1. A pitching change for the Huskies as the right fielder McNeil will move to the mound. And with that, Chase Reese will take over in right field. So all tied up here after 4.5. And each team
Leading off, number 3.
took advantage of a wild pitch from the other as the advancement of the runners allowed another pitch or ground out to score runs, and we're all even as we head to the bottom of the 5th. And once again, my pal Will.
So McNeil, the left-handed pitcher, will go on the mound. First pitch to the batter, Hudson Bird, is a swinging strike 1. McNeil making quick work. He's already ready and delivers. That's strike 2. So Bird now down in the count early, 0-2. McNeil is set, and he'll deliver the pitch. Foul ball back to the screen. Count will remain 0-2.
So now you understand why McNeil was hit for in the top half of the inning, as they must have sent him down to the bullpen to get loose.
McNeil is set. He will deliver the 0-2. Curveball that fouled back to the screen once again. Batting right now is Hudson Bird. On deck is Braden Strickland. Now we're
little conversation here between Doning and the home plate umpire. Now the home plate umpire walking over to Wally Brownlee to visit with him about something. I don't know if it's where somebody goes back into the mound, or actually it looks like maybe they're talking about how the pitcher is approaching himself on the rubber.
While we've got a second, I'd like to remind you to download the KNEO iPhone or Android phone app at kneo.org. The KNEO iPhone and Android phone apps are sponsored by the Webb City Booster Club. Also, sponsors for tonight's ball game: Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, Burpo Family Chiropractic, Arvest Wealth Management, Snodgrass Collision Center, along with Missouri Southern State University, Webb City Booster Club, Dairy Queen of Webb City, and the Northwest Arkansas Naturals.
So that's what the conversation was about, was how McNeil was standing on the rubber. I believe he might have been stepping off and back on, and they've got that maybe worked out. Bird back in there with an 0-2 count.
And once again, he did it again. Now that you said that, Tim, I focused on his left foot that was there, and sure enough, you were right. He did bring it up for just a split second, and home plate umpire did call him out for it, so we'll now redo the 0-2, and here it comes. Swinging strike 3, down goes Bird.
And what you got is he's trying to pitch from the stretch, but then kind of a windup, and so it's a tap, which if you were in a full windup you would get away with, but once he comes to set position, they're saying he's breaking contact with the rubber, so he's back to just a straight stretch.
Now here's Braden Strickland. First pitch, ground ball to the shortstop, who's up and over to first for a quick out, number 2. So Cardinals now 2 batters, 2 outs, and we're back to the top of the lineup with center fielder Andrew Young, who has grounded out to second base both times. Left-handed batter. He's got a red bat. He squares up to bunt, pulls back, but it's a strike 1.
McNeil coming in throwing nothing but strikes. First 7 pitches, 7 strikes.
The pitch to Young. He'll rip that one down the right field line. That's going to be extra bases for Andrew Young. He's steaming towards second. He'll come in with a stand-up double with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th inning. A good hit from Andrew Young. He turned on a breaking ball and got it past the first baseman, Grabrowski.
Carson Myers.
And now Carson Myers, the designated hitter, has a chance to bring in a runner with Andrew Young in scoring position. First pitch to Myers, a swinging strike 1. That was a big swing. He was going for just that right there. McNeil now comes set, looks back at the runner Young. He'll now deliver the pitch. That one comes in bouncing low at the plate for ball one. Carson Myers now awaits the pitch. There it comes, and low once again for ball two. McNeil taking a good look at Andrew Young. He was about to deliver, decided to turn around, make sure Andrew Young didn't run. And now here's the 2-1 pitch to Myers. A swinging strike two evens the count out to 2 balls and 2 strikes. McNeil, he steps off. Carson Myers steps out of the box real quick, gets right back in. Pitch and a swinging strike 3 for Myers as he chases the high fastball. He goes down swinging, and the Cardinals will strand a base runner Young after a good double. Score remains 1-1. We head to the 6th inning. You're listening to the KNEO and the Webb City Cardinals Sports Network.
Cure those school night blues and save money at the same time. That's right! Bring the whole family to Who Hot Mongolian Grill in Joplin every Tuesday from 4 p.m. to close, and kids 10 and under eat free with a purchase of an adult grill meal. Enjoy all you can eat on a selection of fresh vegetables plus meats that are grilled perfectly right in front of your eyes with your choice of Who Hot's mouth-watering signature sauces. Who Hot Mongolian Grill, 1804 South Rangeline Road in Joplin.
He was just a young man, but his mistakes landed him in prison. The ultimate wake-up call. He finally really wanted to get his life straightened out. Now, your prison may not be a correctional facility. You may be held captive by sinful habits or an unhealthy lifestyle. But you can begin again. Jesus died for your sins, offering you forgiveness and a new path for life. Find out how to begin a personal relationship with Jesus Christ. Call or text us at 888-NEED-HIM or chat with us online at chataboutjesus.com.
The Northwest Arkansas Naturals open up the home portion of their schedule at Arvest Ballpark on Tuesday night, April 8th, as they begin a 6-game homestead versus the Frisco Rough Riders. That goes through Sunday, April 13th. For ticket information, visit nwanaturals.com, a supporter of high school baseball on KNEO.
A good old-fashioned pitcher's duel here at Chuck Barnes Day, 1-1 as we go to the top of the 6th inning. The first pitch to the shortstop, Meister, misses for ball 1. Meister still undecided on his college of choice. We'll watch the next pitch over the outside corner for strike 1. I'm sorry, that's Arvanitis at the plate. He'll watch the next pitch. And he's down in the count, 1 ball, 2 strikes. The 1-2 pitch to Arvanitis. Outside, and the count evens out at 2-2. Two and two the count. Here on the center fielder. Upstairs, and the count's full. 3-2 the count to Arvanitis, leading off here in the 6th inning. Fisted out to the pitcher. Piet over in plenty of time to Renfro for out number 1. Drew Thomas, the catcher. Up next. Thomas 0 for 2 on the day. A fielder's choice in the first, grounded out to first in the fourth. Piet buzzes him at the belt for ball 1. Piet in his second inning of work here. Next pitch grounded out to short. Up with it is Epler and over in time for out number 2. Made that play look easy. 2 outs here as Mikey Sokin, the designated hitter, bats with 2 outs. 1 run on 2 hits for the Huskies, 1 run on 3 hits for the Cardinals. Both teams have left 4 runners on base. Off-speed pitch on the outside corner for strike 1. The 0-1 pitch from Piet. Another breaking pitch this time down low. The count will square up at 1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-1 pitch. Just a bit low. 2 balls and 1 strike now. 0 for 2 on the day as he's grounded out to short and grounded out to third. The 2-1 pitch, off speed inside. 3 balls and 1 strike to count. Waiting on deck is Diego Garcia, who singled in his last at bat. Outside corner, and the count goes full. 3-2 the count with 2 outs in the visitor half of the 6th inning. Piet winds, lifts his leg and deals. Spoiled foul down the right field line. Piet with a new baseball climbs back up on top of the rubber. Sokin back into the batter's box. The full count pitch off the end of the bat. It's going to be flared out to second. Back goes Bird, and he pulls it in just out into the outfield grass for out number 3. So after 5.5 innings, we're tied here 1-1. You're listening to Webb City Baseball on the Cardinal Sports Network and KNEO.
Reeves Tire and Automotive knows cars are how you navigate through your busy lives. Professionals will ensure your car is reliable to get you and your family to your destination. We provide competitive pricing and quality work on tires, wheels, oil changes, brakes, suspensions, alignments, and vehicle maintenance, all necessary to ensure your vehicle is ready to go. Family owned and operated for over 39 years, you will receive friendly, honest service, so get rolling with Reeves Tire in Joplin, Webb City, and Carthage.
Getting to heaven isn't just about putting enough good on one side of the scale to balance the bad on the other. It's about fulfilling a death penalty, the one we deserve for our rebellion against God. None of the great moralities or great religions can pay the death penalty for our sin. Only Jesus Christ's death on the cross can do that. You have to look to Him as the only one who can save you. To learn more, call 888-NEED-HIM. That's 888-NEED-HIM.
Inning. We're all tied up at 1s here at Chuck Barnes Field as the Cardinals and the Huskies are hooked up in a battle here. Both teams took advantage of a wild pitch in their innings that they scored. And Brock Renfro will lead off for the Cardinals. Renfro 0 for 1 with a walk. That walk back in the first inning with 2 outs, left stranded. First pitch swinging foul. Counts no balls and 1 strike. Both teams have left 4 on base in a crisply played ball game. Just about 90 minutes old. Over but low. 1 ball, 1 strike. McNeil out there for his second inning of work. Will get a called strike. 1-2 here to Renfro. Beverlin awaits on deck. Renfro chases out, gets away from the catcher just a bit, but he's going to toss it down to first to complete the strikeout. And there's now 1 away here in the home half of the 6th inning.
Number 11, Luke
Beverlin doubled his last time up, leading off the 4th inning, and came around to score the Cardinals' only run. Takes the first pitch. First strike. Swings through that offering for strike 2. No balls and 2 strikes. That pitch up and in on his hands, pops out of the catcher's mitt. But that's all it is. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Back into the screen. Count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes. Delivery from McNeil this time will hit Beverlin as he tried to come up inside again. Well, wait a minute. Umpire might be trying to say it hit the bat. Doning trying to explain that it looks like it hit his hand. And we're going to have a little conversation between umpires to see if the guy 120 feet away saw anything different. So we'll hold on to what we think is a 1-2 count as they discuss it. And they're going to come back. And now they're going to award him first base. So after a visit with the umpire in the field, they both agree that Beverlin was hit by the pitch, and now the Husky coach is going to come out and say, how did you change that from all the way down there? So I'm sure he has a reasonable explanation for that. The Cardinals will be at Missouri Southern on Thursday night as they will take on the other half of the Illinois contingent as Lakes Community will come to town. 4:30 start there. And I'm not sure Coach Brownlee got exactly what he was looking for, but
Number 12, Cohen Epler.
We have come back to the plate and we're ready to bat as Cohen Epler will be up there now with a runner at first. And the first pitch he sees is a called strike. 1 for 2 on the day is Epler. A single to left, and he lined out to short. Beverlin on for the second time today. Inside corner for strike 2. So now Epler will have to battle with a 2-strike count. I'm sorry, Epler. Beverlin leads away at first. A toss over as Beverlin takes 2 steps back to the bag. McNeil comes set. The lefty gives him a look. Delivers to home. Ground ball out to third. Over to second for 1. And that'll be all they get as Epler hustling down the line. And there's no throw. 2 outs here in the 6th as Eggleston will now come to the plate.
Number 16, Brody Eggleston.
Eggleston 0 for 2 on the day with an RBI. The ground out to short. Back in the fourth, drove in the only Cardinal run. His first pitch outside. Epler now the runner at first. Fouled straight back on a good swing by Eggleston. Count evens out at 1-1. The Cardinal catcher, Bard, would be next if Eggleston can extend the inning. McNeil set and now delivers. Breaking pitch, half swing by Eggleston. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count. And a breaking pitch, Eggleston will watch for strike 3, and the 6th inning will come to a close. We head to the 7th. We're all tied at 1. You're listening to the Cardinal Baseball on the Webb City Sports Network and KNEO.
Burpo Family Chiropractic is not just a place for adults, but for kids as well. From birth to geriatrics, Dr. Haley Burpo has the skills and knowledge to help patients of any age. Dr. Burpo is committed to taking time with her patients to go above and beyond to find the source of pain. To schedule an appointment, call 417-673-5555. Burpo Family Chiropractic. Once a Cardinal, now treating Cardinals. More information in names and numbers.
Cure those school night blues and save money at the same time. That's right! Bring the whole family to Hot Mongolian Grill in Joplin every Tuesday from 4 p.m. to close, and kids 10 and under eat free with a purchase of an adult grill meal. Enjoy all you can eat on a selection of fresh vegetables plus meats that are grilled perfectly right in front of your eyes with your choice of Hot's mouth-watering signature sauces. Hot Mongolian Grill, 1804 South Rangeline Road in Joplin.
All tied up here at 1 as John Hershey, a single run in the 5th, matched the Cardinals' run they got in the bottom of the 4th. The Huskies will send up 6, 7, and 8 to face Landon Piet as he gets ready for his 3rd innings worth of work here. Garcia, 1 for 2 on the day, has grounded out to second, singled on a high chopper to first base his last time up. As Bard tosses down to second,
Leading off, number 9.
Piet is finished with his
Garcia.
warm-up pitches. Garcia will now dig in on the right-hand side. Piet delivers. First pitch of the 7th inning, and it's going to be spoiled foul into the netting here on the right side. Just pitch number 30 in relief here by Piet. Bouncing at the plate. Counts now 1 ball and 1 strike. A reminder that Saturday's games have been moved up to 10:30. At Carl Junction, as they will take on the Bulldogs first, and then the team from Collinsville, Oklahoma next. This pitch drilled on 2 hops into left field, and the Huskies will have a leadoff base hit here in the 7th inning. That will bring up the first baseman, Wyatt Groberski.
Number 20, Wyatt Groberski.
As we have a pinch runner down there now for Garcia. That will be number 21, and that is Alan Makuta. So Makuta now into run for Garcia. I would be anticipating a bunt here. Coach Brownlee into his roster for a pinch runner. Showing bunt early is Groberski. He gets it down. Piet's going to pick it up and fire to first, but it gets past Renfro off of the end of his glove, and that's going to allow Makuta to go all the way to third base. So a bunt
Number 11, Marcus Kretsu.
that the Cardinals couldn't come up with. Puts the runners at the corners here for the Huskies. Kretsu at the plate, 0 for 1 on the day, hit by a pitch, grounded out to third. So Piet will have to find his way around this little jam here as Kretsu calls timeout. That was granted as Piet went ahead and delivered the pitch. And Doning will take a moment to take a trip to the mound and have a visit with his infield.
While we've got a moment, I'd like to remind you that sponsors for tonight's ballgame, Big Nickel, Prolude Maintenance Center, Madison Pet Clinic, Roderick Insurance Agency, Baker Davis Roderick CPAs. I also want to remind you to download the KNEO iPhone or Android phone app at kneo.org. The KNEO iPhone and Android phone apps are sponsored by the Webb City Booster Club.
The bunt from Graberski took Piet into the first base line, and it's one of those where I know he was trying not to hit the runner in the back as he tossed it down to first, and it just ended up sailing a little bit high. Renfro unable to snag it out of the air. The conversation at the mound is complete as the Huskies have their own little conversation with Coach Brownlee on the third baseline. Kretsu now back at the plate. No count yet to Kretsu. The old step to third, throw to first. Did not work as both runners get back. In at the corners are the Cardinals. Middle infield double play depth. Game is slowed down, just a little bit of strategy from both coaches are relayed to the respective players. This ball drilled out to short. Epler catches it on a line, and there's one out. So Kretsu hit it hard, but right at Epler. Which will put McNeil at the plate. McNeil now the pitcher of record for the Huskies. Has walked in his only appearance back in the third as he was pinch hit for in the fifth. Still runners at the corner with one out in the top half of the seventh inning. Piet set. Another one of the step to third, but the runner at first, Graberski, back easily. McNeil, the number 9 hitter in the Husky lineup. Strickland still playing in at third. Outside from Piet for ball one. Piet with the sign. And the 1-0 pitch. Upstairs for ball two. Back to the top of the Husky lineup. If McNeil can extend the inning. The 2-0 pitch from Piet. Ground ball out to Bird. Up with it over to Epler for one. Back to first for a double play, and the Cardinals work themselves out of that jam, and we head to the bottom of the seventh. We're still tied at 1. You're listening to Cardinal Baseball here on the Cardinal Sports Network and KNEO.
KNEA would like to thank the Big Nickel for sponsoring this portion of broadcasting on 91.7 FM. The Big Nickel is an advertising shopper for thousands of different items, from automobiles and livestock to help wanted and real estate. It covers a 70-mile radius in the 4-state area and is available in area businesses each week. Located at 1931 East 20th Street, Suite 103 in Joplin, Missouri. Their telephone number is 417-624-4100.
Being a Lion comes with a reputation for excellence. Whether it's in the classroom, on the court, or in the community, Lions are leading the way. With innovative and immersive academic programs, new scholarship opportunities, and a campus committed to the future, now is the perfect time to find your purpose. Find your pride at Missouri Southern State University.
To the bottom half of the 7th inning we go. We're still tied here at Chuck Barnes Field as the Cardinals able to work their way out of that jam of 1st and 3rd and nobody out. In the top half of the 7th with the pitcher's best friend, a 4-6-3 double play to end the inning. The Cardinals will send Bryson Bard to the plate. 7, 8, and 9 in the lineup with a chance to walk off the Huskies here in the bottom half of the 7th inning. McNeil back to the mound. Misses with his first offering to Bard for ball 1. The 1-0 pitch. In at the knees for strike. Count evens out at 1 ball, 1 strike. Both clubs now with 3 hits on the day. Lifted into right field. Reese drifts over to the line and hauls it in for out number 1. Hudson Bird to the plate. 0 for 1 on the day with a walk.
Hudson Bird.
The lefty's first offering to Bird, a swing and a miss for strike 1. McNeil working quickly, delivers the next pitch. Off-speed breaking pitch, catching the outside corner, and the count's now no balls and 2 strikes. Bird chokes up. McNeil delivers. And a swing comes up empty by Bird, and he goes down on strikes. Quickly 2 outs here as Braden Strickland comes to the plate. Strickland 0 for 2 on the day has fly to right, grounded out to short. Has a brief conversation with head coach Andrew Doning.
Number 9, Braden Strickland.
Strickland would love to get the lineup, turn it back over to the top. Batting here with 2 outs. As McNeil misses inside for ball 1. The 1-0 pitch. A called strike. 1-1 the count. Fouled straight back off the bat of Strickland. And now he battles with a count of 1-2. Time called for by Strickland and granted. The 1-2 pitch. Breaking pitch bounced out to first base. Graberski on a big hop, steps on the bag, and we're headed to extra baseball. On to the 8th we go. You're listening to KNEO and the Webb City Cardinals Sports Network.
Burpo Family Chiropractic is not just a place for adults, but for kids as well. From birth to geriatrics, Dr. Haley Burpo has the skills and knowledge to help patients of any age. Dr. Burpo is committed to taking time with her patients to go above and beyond to find the source of pain. To schedule an appointment, call 417-673-5555. Burpo Family Chiropractic, once a Cardinal, now treating Cardinals. More information in names and numbers.
A swimmer was caught in a strong current and close to drowning. Suddenly, a life jacket was thrown within reach. He grabbed the life jacket and it saved his life. Sometimes we feel like we're drowning in the problems of life. Maybe it's financial, marital, or job related. Where can we find hope? Jesus is our rescuer and wants us to reach out to him. Learn more. Call 888-NEED-HIM or chat with us live at needhim.org.
Field as we head to the 8th inning. Both teams in extra innings will start at the top of their lineups. The Cardinals counter by pulling in a starting pitcher here. Landon Fletcher will take over here in the 8th inning. He worked 4 innings on Friday at Logan Rogersville. And he comes in. We'll try to get the Cardinals through the 8th inning and on to their at-bats as Brady Clare will lead off here in the Huskies' 8th.
Number 2, Brady Clare.
Clare 0 for 2 on the day, has grounded out to third twice and had a successful sacrifice bunt back in the 3rd. First pitch from Fletcher misses upstairs for ball 1. Clare swings over that fastball on the inner half. 1 ball, 1 strike. Fletcher works quickly, this time fisted foul down the right, just outside of first. Renfro over and just in front of the dugout, pulls it in for out number 1. So the first out is secured by Renfro.
Number 5, Chuck.
Just in front of the dugout there of the Huskies. Chuck Meister, 0 for 3 on the day. Has popped to second and grounded to third and grounded to short. A big swing and a miss at the first pitch. For strike 1. Fletcher coming right at him. This pitch is going to be lifted into left field. Going back is Eggleston. He's got room and he pulls it in for out number 2.
Number 27.
Arvanitis.
1
for 3 on the day. He has 1 of the 3 hits of the day, but would probably be the shortest as he bounced just in front of the plate for a single back in the first. Takes the first pitch there, looking for strike 1. The next offering off speed, he spoils foul down the third base line. 0-2 the count. The 0-2 pitch from Fletcher. Just off the corner for ball 1. The 1-2 pitch, fouled straight back by Arvanitis. Count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes. As I mentioned, the Cardinals will be at the top of their lineup in the bottom half of the inning. Poked out just underneath the diving attempt by Strickland into left field for a single. So Arvanitis fought that pitch off into left. Now down there at first with a 2-out base hit. Drew Thomas, 0 for 3 on the day.
Thomas.
Hit into a fielder's choice back in the first, and then grounded out to first and grounded out to short in the 4th and 6th innings. Fletcher now to the stretch. First pitch to Thomas. Swing and a miss for strike 1. 0-1 the count. 2 outs, runner down there at second. Quick throw over from Fletcher as Arvanitis dives back in safely. The 0-1 pitch now. On the outside corner, nice pitch for a called strike 2. The 0-2 pitch as Fletcher comes set. Curveball pulled foul just outside the third base bag. Count remains no balls and 2 strikes. As the Cardinals get the ball back in towards their dugout. Fletcher already with a new baseball from the umpire. Back up on the mound and ready. Ground ball out to short. Epler long toss over to first, and the inning comes to a close. Fletcher comes in throwing strikes on only 14 pitches. He's out of the inning. We head to the bottom of the 8th. We're still tied. You're listening to Cardinal Baseball here on the Cardinal Sports Network and KNEO.
How can we go on unless there's a renewed emphasis on prayer today?
Billy Graham.
There's no doubt that we as a people are in serious trouble today. If there was ever a time that we needed to be on our knees in prayer, asking God to save us, it is now. What a glorious thing it would be if millions of Americans would avail themselves of the greatest privilege and the greatest power this side of heaven, the privilege and power of prayer. God answers prayer. With God, nothing is impossible. No problem is too difficult. No burden too heavy for His love. If Jesus needed to pray, how much more we need to pray today. The scripture says, pray without ceasing.
Learn more about the power of prayer at findpeacewithgod.net. That's findpeacewithgod.net. From the Billy Graham Evangelistic Association.
Cardinals with the top of their lineup. McNeil back to the mound for the Huskies. This would be his 4th inning of work. Huskies picked up a base hit in their part of the 8th inning, but were unable to score. They now have 1 run on 4 hits and have left 6 on base. The Cardinals 1 run on 3 hits. Have committed 1 error as they get their attempt here in the 8th inning. Young, 1 for 3 on the day with a double. His double was his last at bat as he pulled a pitch down into the right field corner.
Number 6, Andrew Young.
As he steps in there now in the home half of the 8th inning. Young on the left side faces the lefty McNeil. First pitch skips at the plate for ball 1. Ball game now approaching 2 hours in length. Over below once again. Young ahead in the count, 2 balls and no strikes. The 2-0 pitch. Young drills this right back up the center for a base hit. And the Cardinals have their leadoff run here in the 8th inning. Carson Myers 0 for 3 on the day with 3 strikeouts.
Carson Myers.
Big opportunity right here for him to erase the memory of those 3 at-bats. Young with a modest lead over there at first. Myers around showing bunt early. And he gets it down towards first base. And nobody's going to pick it up. Nobody's going to pick it up. He's going to be there safe as the first baseman is waiting for it to get there, and it just never did as Myers outran the baseball down the first base line.
Boy, oh boy, that was a good bunt. Kind of like you were saying, the ball just never got there. It was going pretty fast, and then it slowed down, and then it kind of just sort of died about 3/4 of the way to the first base bag, and Myers able to beat it out. Now you've got runners on first and second with no outs.
So even though he was trying to give himself up, the Huskies did not take advantage of the out, and the Cardinals now with 2 on and nobody out. And we are going to have a pinch hitter here, it appears, for the Cardinals. If we get a chance for him to turn his back to us, we'll check his number here. And that is going to be Dawson McMullen.
Number 18, Dawson McMullen.
Pinch hitting here for Renfro.
We might see another sacrifice bunt here. I wouldn't be surprised in maybe getting one of his better bunters to the plate.
That would probably be the right ideas. McMullen, if he does bunt, probably just a little bit more speed than Renfro, also to put a little more pressure on the defense, because at that point, you put a bunt down, you've got a runner rounding to third, any bobble, and Andrew Young's going to score. So the Cardinals putting a lot of pressure on here with nobody out in the top half of the 8th inning. Dawson McMullen now up there in his first at-bat of the day in the pinch hitting role. Huskies in at the corners. Double play depth at short. The second baseman swung way over as now the shortstop wheels to third. McMullen takes a strike as he squared the bunt and pulled the bat back. So the Huskies on that had the shortstop running towards third and hoping to get the force out. And the pitcher did his job and at least delivered a strike. So McMullen now down in the count 0-1, as now the second baseman moves back up the middle for the Huskies. Shortstop right behind Young. Now he's going to take off, dashing to third. McMullen with the bunt down. The first pitcher picks it up. He's going to go to third, and that's going to be in time. So Huskies able to get the lead runner as the bunt was just a little bit too firm for Young to make it to third. But the Cardinals still with runners at first and second, only 1 out. Luke Beverlin to the plate now. He's 1 for 2 with a double, hit by a pitch, his last at bat. So we'll reset this. Myers down at second, McMullen at first. Beverlin takes the first pitch on the outer half for strike 1. Huskies looking for a double play of their own, as Beverlin watches that pitch down, dive down in his feet, evening the count out at 1 ball, 1 strike. Cardinals have now out-hit the Huskies 5-4. The 1-1 pitch to Beverlin. Checked at the plate for ball. Counts now 2-1. As they appeal to the field umpire who said no swing. Beverland steps back in there. 2-1 the count. McNeil's delivery. Beverland a big swing and a miss. 2-2 the count. The infielders playing normal depth, back at every position, outfield straight away. The 2-2 pitch to Beverland. And he swings over the top of that for strike 3. The Huskies trying to wiggle themselves out of a jam. Cohen Epler, 1 for 3 on the day, singled in his first at bat. Line to short and grounded into a fielder's choice. Up there now with 2 outs. Low for ball 1. Brody Eggleston would be next. Epler and the 1-0 pitch. Inside for ball 2. Epler ahead in the count now, 2-0. Myers, the winning run, out there at second base. The 2-0 pitch. Lifted. Back behind third. The third baseman stumbles, going back, and makes the catch, the diving catch into foul territory for the third out. So the Huskies able to work their way out of a jam. We'll head to the 9th inning. You're listening to KNEO and the Webb City Cardinals Sports Network.
Burpo Family Chiropractic is not just a place for adults, but for kids as well. From birth to geriatrics, Dr. Haley Burpo has the skills and knowledge to help patients of any age. Dr. Burpo is committed to taking time with her patients to go above and beyond to find the source of pain. To schedule an appointment, call 417-673-5555. Burpo Family Chiropractic, once a Cardinal, now treating Cardinals. More information in names and numbers.
So Maggie, just to be clear, this personalized RVest blueprint tells us literally when we can retire with a plan to get there?
Yep. Whoa, that's helpful.
Very helpful.
Retirement planning made easy. Arvest Wealth Management. Ready to help.
And we're back here for the 9th inning as both teams threatened in the 8th, and both pitchers and defense came through and turned the sides away as the 9th inning is now upon us with the designated hitter for the Huskies, Mikey Sokin, at the plate, 0 for 3 on the day. Has grounded out twice and popped out to second base. Fletcher back out there for another inning of work. First pitch swinging and popping it up is Sokin down the left field line. A long run, and it's going to find its way out of play for a strike. Off the bat, it looked like it might stay in, but it just kept drifting and out of play. Oh, and 1 the count. Husky dugout trying to come to life. As Fletcher misses with the next offering. 1 ball, 1 strike. Fletcher deals right back up the middle by Sokin for a base hit. And the Huskies have the leadoff batter aboard. On a single to center. Diego Garcia to the plate. Two for 3 on the day is Garcia. Has grounded out to second and then singled in his last 2 at-bats. Squares early. Fletcher tosses the first. Garcia squares. Fletcher comes set. And he bunts it foul straight back into the net. No balls and one strike to count. Sokin leads off from first. Garcia that time did not appear to show bunt. Fletcher in the 0-1 pitch. Swinging away, grounding out to Epler for over to Bird for one. The return throw to first, not in time. The Cardinals look to turn it, but not quite hit hard enough. Garcia hustling down the line. So there's one out here.
Number 20, Wyatt Grabowski.
In the Husky half of the ninth inning. Groberski, 0 for 3 on the day. Grounded to second, grounded to first, and reached base on the error on the bunt back in the seventh. Takes the first pitch he sees from Fletcher on the outside corner for a called strike. Fletcher has thrown 20 pitches so far in his relief appearance. 3 balls, 17 strikes. The 0-1 pitch, Drew Groberski. Up high. Count evens out at 1-1. Missing once again is Fletcher. 2 balls, 1 strike to count. Kretzu waits on deck. Fletcher tosses over to first. Diving back into the bag head first was Garcia. Two 2-1 the count here on Groberski. One away in the top half of the ninth inning. Off the hands into right field for a base hit. Garcia is going to round second. He slips and falls. Throw back in behind him. Not in time. Garcia tried to slam on the brakes, his feet out from under him, but no harm on that. But the Huskies now have runners at first and second and only 1 out. So not hit hard, but just in the right spot by Groberski. Huskies now with 2 on and only 1 out, as Coach Doning once again has a conference at the pitching mound. A reminder that Thursday's game will be broadcast once again as the Cardinals will head out to Missouri Southern to take on Lakes Community. Saturday's games at Carl Junction will begin at 10:30 in the morning, as they'll take on the Bulldogs and then Collinsville in the second game. Webb City back at home next week with Nixa and then on the road at Waynesville. The meeting is broken up. Kretzu steps back into the batter's box. 2 on, 1 out here in the top half of the ninth inning. Nice pitch on the outside corner from Fletcher for a called strike. Oh and 1 the count. Game has kind of come to a slower pace here. The 0-1 pitch Breaking pitch fouled straight back by Kretsu. Fletcher ahead now. No balls and 2 strikes. McNeil, the 9th place hitter for the Huskies, is on deck. The 0-2 pitch from Fletcher. Breaking speed tapped out to Strickland, and he bobbles it just a minute. Comes up firing to first in time as he will get the out at first for out number 2. But both runners move up 90 feet. With 2 outs.
Number 15, Bennett.
Bennett McNeil to the plate. 2 outs with 2 runners in scoring position. Fletcher induced him into a ground ball double play, his last at bat. Fletcher delivers upstairs for ball 1. The 1-0 count. Fletcher comes set. Off the hands down towards Strickland. Strickland picks it up this time flawlessly and over to first to Renfro. And the top half of the 9th inning comes to a close. We're still tied here at Barnes Field. 1-1. You're listening to the KNEO and the Cardinal Sports Network.
The Roper Kia 4-State Sports Report will provide up-to-the-minute scores and highlights from around the 4 states. With ultimate local coverage from all your favorite teams. The Roper Kia 4-State Sports Report, weeknights at 6 and 10 p.m.
Dairy Queen Grill and Chill in Webb City is the place to go before or after the game. Check out their amazing menu of fan-favorite blizzards like Oreo or cookie dough. Happy hour is daily from 2 to 5 p.m. That means everything you can drink from a straw is half price, excluding premium shakes. Don't forget to grab one of their $7 meal deals or their signature stack burgers and top it off with a Misty Slush. The Dairy Queen Grill and Chill in Webb City, open daily from 10 a.m. to 11 p.m. Proud to support the Webb City Cardinals.
Strange to say in high school baseball as we bat here in the 9th. The reason being is both of these clubs have only been able to scratch 1 run apiece. The Cardinals got their run back in the 4th. The Huskies countered with 1 in the 5th. And we have gone 3 innings now of scoreless baseball as both teams have had their opportunities. Both teams been turned away. Brody Eggleston will come to the plate for the Cardinals here in the home half of the 9th inning. McNeil, for what he probably hoped to be a short outing in relief, is now starting his 5th inning of work.
16,
Eggleston over 3, does have an RBI on the day. His ground out to short back in the 4th scored the Cardinals' only run. One run on 6 hits for the Huskies, 1 run on 5 hits for the Cardinals. Missing outside with the first pitch was McNeil. Eggleston turns on this pitch, grounds it deep in the hole. Shortstop comes up with a long throw across, but it's not going to be in time as the shortstop made a nice play in the hole, but just too deep, Eggleston too fast. And he's safely aboard with an infield hit. Bryson Bard to the plate. 0 for 2 with a walk. Walked way back in the 2nd inning. Has popped to short and flied to right. Eggleston, the slight lead. Bard shows bunt. He gets it down to the first base line. It's going to roll. It's going to roll. Is he going to outrun this one? Nope. The pitcher's going to pick it up and toss in plenty of time, but the sacrifice is complete. Cardinals now with the runner in scoring position with one out. They're pretty much the same bunt we saw in the last inning, only this time the Huskies able to make the play. And we will have a pinch hitter here for Hudson Bird as Briar Robinson will come to the plate. Pinch hitting here in the ninth inning. I'm sorry, it's number 25, Mason Young.
Pinch hitting, number 25, Mason Young.
First pitch he'll see outside for a ball. I believe this is his first at bat. Watching the next pitch over for ball 2. 2-0 the count on Mason Young. Swing and a miss there by Young. It counts 2 balls and 1 strike. Two balls, 1 strike, 1 out here in the ninth inning. The Cardinals with a runner out at second. McNeil's inside step back. Moves Eggleston back to the bag. Young now back into the plate. And that pitch is up and away. Pops out of the catcher's mitt, but not far enough away for any advancement. 3-1 the count on Mason Young. The 3-1 pitch from McNeil. Young fists foul over towards the Husky dugout. Count. Runs full. Three and 2, the count. 1 out, runner at second. Cardinals looking for a balk. Don't get it. McNeil with the 3-2 pitch. And that's going to catch the outside corner Young down on strikes. 2 outs here for the Cardinals. Bring Braden Strickland back to the plate. 0 for 3 today. 2 ground outs and a fly out. That pitch missing for ball 1. The 1-0 pitch. But first, McNeil turns and looks at second. The 1-0 pitch sails outside. 2-0. McNeil comes set. The 2-0 pitch. Popped up off the bat of Strickland. The shortstop calls for it and pulls it in, and the ninth inning will come to a close. After 9, we're still tied at 1. You're listening to Cardinal Baseball here on the Webb City Cardinals Sports Network and KNEO.
If you're a weekend warrior who likes to go, 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 don't let pain put the brakes on your pace. When you need help with an injury that keeps you from moving, you want an orthopedic team with a proven track record. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine is nationally recognized and were recently named CareCheck's #1 hospital in the market and top 10% hospital in the state for hip fracture repair. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, the experience you need to keep pace with life.
Being a Lion comes with a reputation for excellence. Whether it's in the classroom, on the court, or in the community, Lions are leading the way. With innovative and immersive academic programs, new scholarship opportunities, and a campus committed to the future, now is the perfect time to find your purpose. Find your pride at Missouri Southern State University.
Back here in Webb City, we head to the top of the 10th inning, all tied at 1, as the Huskies and the Cardinals have been locked in a low-scoring ball game here all afternoon, as the Cardinals will send a new pitcher to the mound. Chase Denton will take over for Landon Fletcher as we move to the 10th inning. He will face the top of the lineup for the Huskies as Claire, Meister, and Arvanitis are due up. Huskies got their run way back in the 5th, a single run in the 5th, 1 run on 6 hits. They have left 8 runners on base. The Cardinals, with their run in the 4th, have 1 run on 6 hits. And they have left 8 runners on base. Claire 0 for 3 on the day.
Brady, Claire.
Has a sacrifice bunt in the 3rd, a ground to 3rd twice, and popped foul to Renfro, his last at bat. The first pitch from Denton, lofted foul down the right field line for strike 1. The 0-1 pitch inside evens the count at 1-1. The 1-1 pitch from Denton. Down and away. 2 balls and 1 strike. The 2-1 pitch. At his eyeballs, but he pulls it into left field. Eggleston reaches up at the last moment and pulls it in for out number 1. So Claire hit it hard, but right at Eggleston and left. 1 away. Chuck Meister now at the plate. 0 for 4 on the day. The first pitch he'll see from Denton, fouled straight back. Oh, and 1 the count. Denton winds and deals, this time leaving it upstairs. The count evens at 1 ball, 1 strike. The only thing you can say about the visiting team today is they don't have a long drive home. They're just headed back to the hotel for this evening, so we can play as long as we need to. Missing once again, 2 balls and 1 strike. A head nod of no from my compadres up here as they think they need to go find a supper somewhere this evening. The 2-1 pitch, once again fouled straight back by Meister as he swung at a pitch above his hands. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Denton delivers. Fastball downstairs. The count runs full. The 3-2 pitch to Meister. He reaches out and fouls it off out of play over the stands here on the first base side. The lights are now on here at Barnes Field as we approach the 7 o'clock hour. The 3-2 pitch. This time stroked into left center and down for a base hit. Over and up with it is Young, holding Meister to a 1-out single. Arvanitis, the Husky center fielder, has 2 of the hits today for John Hershey.
Number 27, Charlie Arvanitis.
Singled in the first and singled in the 8th. Denton now to the stretch. Delivers a strike to the left-hand hitting Arvanitis. Not much of a lead down there by Meister. Denton going to take a crack at a toss over to first anyway, back easily. Denton with a sign he likes, now comes set it, hands at his chest, missing outside. On that pitch, the count 1 ball, 1 strike. Both teams have stranded 8 through the first 9 innings. Once again, Denton misses this time inside. Count now 2 balls and 1 strike. Denton went 1 2/3 last Friday. Swinging, popping it up down the first base line. Renfro going back, and just in front of the fence. Snags it for out number 2. Two outs here in the 10th inning for the Huskies, as Drew Thomas,
Number 1, Drew Thomas,
will come to the plate. Drew 0 for 4. Hit into a fielder's choice in the first and is grounded out in his next 3 at-bats. Once to first and twice to short. Denton with his first pitch as the runner takes off is a called strike, throw down to second, and it is dropped. I believe they might have had him, but it was a bang-bang play down there at second for a stolen base. So Huskies put the runner in motion. Now have a runner in scoring position, but there's still 2 outs. As Denton steps off, now gets a new pitch sequence to give to Denton. Denton shakes his head yes, and the 0-1 pitch. Missing upstairs. Looked like a little off-speed pitch. 1 ball, 1 strike. One and 1 the count with 2 outs. Denton delivers. Curveball this time for a strike. Huskies with a runner out at second with 2 outs. Denton trying to work his way through the top half of the 10th inning. The 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss as Drew Thomas chased that outside pitch for strike 3. We head to the bottom of the 10th. You're listening to the KNEO and the Cardinal Sports Network.
How can we go on unless there's a renewed emphasis on prayer today?
Billy Graham.
There's no doubt that we as a people are in serious trouble today. If there was ever a time that we needed to be on our knees in prayer, asking God to save us, it is now. What a glorious thing it would be if millions of Americans would avail themselves of the greatest privilege and the greatest power this side of heaven, the privilege and power of prayer. God answers prayer. With God, nothing is impossible. No problem is too difficult. No burden too heavy for his love. If Jesus needed to pray, how much more we need to pray today. The scripture says, pray without ceasing.
Learn more about the power of prayer at findpeacewithgod.net. That's findpeacewithgod.net. From the Billy Graham Evangelistic Association.
And we head to the bottom half of the 10th inning. The Cardinals with the top of their lineup only need one run. But that's all either team has been able to score today through this bottom half of the 10th inning. The Huskies send McNeil back to the mound, where he'll face Andrew Young, Carson Myers, and Brock Renfro. Huskies with a single in the 10th, unable to score, as they had their 1-2-3 start off the inning. The Cardinals in the same spot here. And just a moment here, it looks as if the pitcher is going to come out. He kind of motioned to his arm like maybe he felt a little pull or something. He's working on his, would have been his 6th inning of work. And so he had already thrown 65 pitches. And they're going to bring in, see if we can catch his number here real quick. It looked like 14. That will be Riley Blackwell. Blackwell, a 6'1", 200-pound senior lefty, will now come in and get a few warm-up pitches. So we're still a few moments here away. Is there any sponsors here we want to go ahead and mention?
Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, Burpo Family Chiropractic, Harvest Wealth Management, Snodgrass Collision Center, along with Express RX and Webb City Body and Soul Transformation, Nick Myers CPA, and Crowder College. And might as well remind you one more time to download the KNEO iPhone or Android phone app at kneo.org. The KNEO iPhone and Android phone apps are sponsored by the Webb City Booster Club.
They're talking to McNeil over there near the dugout, so they're not really doing anything. I mean, they're not calling for a trainer or anything, so I think maybe just a long outing on the first week of baseball. He may have just reached his limit, which, if he knows that, that's good for him to be able to say that now. We have another change here as number 35, Trent Eckel, is going to move into right field and replace Reese. So the Huskies making a defensive change as well. Andrew Young now will come to the plate as we get ready for the top half of the 10th inning. Young 2 for 4 on the day with a double. Grounded out to second his first 2 at-bats. Doubled down the right field line in the 5th and single to center, leading off the 8th.
Huskies, number 14, Riley Blackwell.
Young from the left side.
Leading off, number 6.
Once again, will face a left-handed pitcher. And the lefty's first pitch swung on and missed by Young for strike 1. The 0-1 pitch from Blackwell. Young taps this right back up the middle, just past the second baseman into center field for a leadoff single. So once again, Andrew Young comes through in extra innings with a leadoff base hit. Carson Myers to the plate. Myers 1 for 4 on the day. Had the bunt single back in the 8th. I would anticipate, yeah, he's squaring early. Pulls the bat back and takes ball 1. Third baseman charging hard, so the obvious play is for Myers to try to get the bunt down the first base line. And once again, he pulls the bat back and takes ball 2. Andrew Young asked for time as his play card fell out of his back pocket. And now he puts the oven mitt on. 2-0 the count to Myers. Once again, he squares early to bunt. Blackwell delivers, and he pops it up foul just outside the first base line for strike 1. Coach Doning calls out another series of numbers. Myers once again squares. Pulls the bat back, but he takes strike 2. So now 2 balls and 2 strikes to count. You would expect Myers to swing away here. Young, the small lead down there at first. This time Myers swings through a breaking pitch, and he's a victim of a strikeout. For out number 1.
Number 7, Brock Renfro.
And now the catcher's hobbled just a little bit. And I believe he's asking, not sure what he's looking for. I thought he was motioning for a drink, but like maybe he's suffering from a cramp or so he's got Gatorade here he's going to take a quick drink from. Renfro on the day, 0-for-2 with a walk. As they pinch hit for him back in the 8th. Looking to get a bunt down. Now he's up there swinging away with 1 out. Watching that first pitch sail outside for ball 1. One to know the count, 1 out. Andrew Young down there at first. Off of the pitch he goes. A strike to Renfro. Throw down is not in time as Andrew Young slides in safely. Now in scoring position with 1 out. So now Renfro a base hit away from maybe securing a win here. Young. The winning run now down there at second base. 1-1 the count here to Renfro. And the pitch, this time driven into right field, but right at the right fielder who pulls it in. Young tags and moves up to third. So Renfro hit it hard, but right at the right fielder, but deep enough for Young to take advantage and advance to third, where he now stands with 2 outs. Luke Beverlin at the plate. Beverlin 1 for 3 on the day with a double. Scored the only Cardinal run way back in the 4th inning. Blackwell comes set and delivers. Catching the outside corner for a strike. So moving up by Young is huge there, as now a wild pitch would be enough. As Blackwell gets another strike. 0-2 the count here to Beverlin. Young dances away from third. The 0-2 pitch to Beverlin misses outside for ball 1. Beverlin and the 1-2 pitch from Blackwell. A swing and a miss. And we head to the 11th inning. We're still tied at 1. You're listening to Cardinal Baseball here on the KNEO and the Webb City Cardinals Sports Network.
Reporters ask me, who is the greatest Christian I've ever known? I always answer, Ruth. She is the greatest Christian I've ever known.
Billy and Ruth Graham are together in heaven. But while they were here on earth, their marriage was an inspiration to countless people.
When you get married, you're committing for life. It's commitment that's kept Ruth and me together in times of stress or strain or difficulty. The scripture says, husbands, love your wife as Christ loved the church. He loved the church so much that he died on the cross for all of those that were going to become members of his body, the church. That's why he died on the cross and shed his blood. And that's why he rose from the dead, so you could find a new life in him. Come to Christ.
Jesus can restore your marriage and your life. Learn more at findpeacewithgod.net or the Billy Graham Evangelistic Association.
Has moved into pitch. And we'll take just a moment here and see who's moved in to play third base. The 11th inning here at Barnes Field. As that, the third baseman now is Landon Piet as he's re-entered the game. We'll go back to third base. 1 run on 7 hits for the John Hershey Huskies. 1 run on 7 hits for the Cardinals. Both teams have left 9 runners on base. Mikey Sokin will lead off for the Huskies. 1 for 4 on the day. 2 ground outs, a pop out, and in his last at bat in the 9th inning, single to center.
Number 18, Mikey Sokin.
Braden Strickland now on the mound for the Cardinals, as Denton had 1 inning of work. The first pitch from Strickland. A called strike on the outside corner. The 0-1 pitch. A curveball and a dandy for strike 2. A check swing, and he did not go. So 1 ball, 2 strikes is the count. Good pitch there from Strickland. This pitch pounded foul down the third base line. The count remains 1-2. Strickland from the windup. This pitch grounded out towards third, just off the glove of Piet. Epler picks it up, but no it in time as Sokin will be safe on an infield single. Leadoff man aboard
Diego Garcia.
for the Huskies. Diego Garcia, 2 for 4 on the day. Has 2 singles. Grounded out to second, hit into a fielder's choice. First pitch he sees from Strickland, a curveball outside for ball 1. Strickland to the stretch. This time missing inside. 2-0 the count. The count. And this time he paints the outside corner for a called strike. Strickland making his second appearance of the year. The 2-1 pitch. Spoiled foul down the right field line. And that'll even out the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. The 2-2 pitch from Strickland as Sokan ventures off of first. This time missing outside, and Garcia's run the count full. See if the Huskies try to do anything here with the full count, how much they trust Garcia with the bat. Sokan doesn't go, and Strickland misses down and away for ball 4. So now the Huskies have 2 on and nobody out.
Number 20, Wyatt Graberski.
As Wyatt Graberski will come to the plate, 1 for 4 on the day, singled in his last at bat. Up there now with 2 on and nobody out in the Husky half of the 11th inning. Renfroe, 3 or 4 steps in on the first base side. Piet even with the bag or a step in at third. Graberski squares early. Strickland delivers this ball bunted down third base, but it's foul for strike 1. The Cardinals play this a little different than the Huskies as they let their third baseman stay at home, letting the first baseman charge and the pitcher take care of a bunt on the third base side. After a long series of signs now, we're set. Graberski squares early. Epler chases in behind Sokan, and everybody steps off and we'll reset. Oh, and 1 the count to the batter. Strickland hands high, delivers. This time bunted once again foul down the third base line was Graberski. And now he's behind in the count. No balls and 2 strikes. Oh, and 2 the count. Huskies have 2 on with nobody out as we play here in the 11th inning. This time swinging away is Graberski right back up the middle. Epler up with it, 1 play, and that's to first base, and they get the out. But both runners move up. Oh, wait. We're going to have a discussion here first. Okay, so the out was made. A little confusion there on what they were trying to come up with. So ground ball back up the middle. Epler picked up in plenty of time.
Marcus Kretsu.
But now the Huskies put runners at second and third with only 1 out, and Marcus Kretsu at the plate 0 for 3 on the day. The infield in for the Cardinals as this pitch is drilled into left field. Eggleston up with it and tosses it in, but not before 1 run scores for the Huskies, and they take a 2-1 lead here in the 11th inning. So a solid single from Kretsu into left gives the Huskies a 2-1 lead. Cardinals still have needs to play defense here as they still have runners at the corners.
Trent Eckel.
We're going to have a pinch hitter here as Eckel will now hit. His first plate appearance. Runners at the corner. Kretsu at first, Garcia at third. Missing inside with the first pitch of Strickland. Want to know the count. That pitch misses down low for ball 2. Trent Eckel, the junior. Watches the next pitch on the outside corner. 2 balls and 1 strike. Toss over to first. Kretsu back in safely. Garcia with a peek down there at third. Strickland with the next pitch. Grounded out to third. Coming home with its Epler, a high throw, and they're not going to get the run. Back to the top of the lineup for Brady Clare.
Number 2, Brady Clare.
Garcia now gives the Huskies a 2-run lead. Next pitch grounded out to short. Epler is going to take the throw to third and not in time. A little bobble there. By Eggleston, and Kretsu safe at first, or safe at third.
Number 5, Chuck Meister.
So an error on the shortstop. Now leaves the bases loaded for the Huskies. Chuck Meister to the plate. Lifts this out to right center. Going over is Beverlin. He pulls it in, but that's going to be deep enough to score another run, and the Huskies now take a 4-1 lead. So 4-1 now in favor of the Huskies.
Number 27, Charlie Arvanitis.
Charlie Arvanitis to the plate, 2 for 5 on the day. 2 outs here in the 11th inning. Takes a strike on the outside corner. The 0-1 pitch is going to be drilled into right field. Beverlin up with it on 2 hops, but Eckel will round third and score another Husky run as John Hershey now leads 5-1. Drew Thomas to the plate.
Number 1, Drew Thomas.
Drew 0 for 5 on the day. Bats with 2 outs and runners still at the corners. So a 4 spot here by the Huskies in the 11th inning has broken this open a little bit. 5-1 in favor of John Hershey. First pitch to Thomas from Strickland is over but low for ball 1. So the Cardinals look back at chances they had early. They didn't cash in on. And now John Hershey, as this ball is lifted into right center, Andrew Young with a nice running catch at the shoe tops for out number 3. But the Huskies put up 4 runs, and they will take a 5-1 lead to the bottom of the 11th. The Cardinals with work to do. You're listening to Cardinal Baseball here on the KNEO and the Webb City Cardinals Sports Network.
Smushed. That's how all the cars looked on a truck I passed recently. Steel pancakes, crushed and ready for the scrapyard. But one day every one of those cars was somebody's dream come true. Not anymore. Yesterday's dream has been flattened. Like so many of life's dreams. Things we thought were what we were looking for in life. A dream job or home, a big milestone, a romance, a marriage, children. They failed to fill the hole in our heart. In the Bible, our Creator tells us that we were made by Him and for Him. Our soul is restless and lonely because He's missing. You and I have hijacked the life God was supposed to run. So there's a wall between you and the one you were made for. But there doesn't have to be, because Jesus died for you to pay the hijacker's death penalty. When you tell Him, Jesus, I'm yours, the wall between you and God comes down and the hole in your heart is filled. We'd love to help you begin your relationship with Him if you'll call us at 888-NEED-HIM, 888-NEED-HIM.
All afternoon tied at 1. The Huskies break it open here in the 11th inning as they score 4 times in their half. The Cardinals a chance for redemption as they come up here in the bottom half of the 11th, but they need 4 to tie, and they will start it off with Cohen Epler. Epler 1 for 4 on the day. Will face the pitcher for John Hershey, which is Blackwell.
Number 12.
So Cardinals just need some runners at this point. Any way you can get on. Huskies 5 runs on 10 hits. Cardinals 1 run on 7 hits. Epler swinging at an off-speed pitch outside for strike 1. Next pitch tails outside, evening out the count. 1 ball, 1 strike. This game now approaching 3 hours old, but we've played 11 innings. A curveball missing outside, and the count's 2 balls and 1 strike. Middle, lower third of the Cardinal lineup here. Fouled straight back for Epler, and the count 2 balls and 2 strikes. Blackwell lifts the leg and delivers. And will catch the outside corner. Epler goes down looking. Brody Eggleston to the plate. Eggleston 1 for 4. Drove in the only Cardinal run back in the 4th. Blackwell delivers. Up and away for ball 1. The 1-0 pitch from Blackwell. And first, Eggleston calls time as he believes that took just a little bit too long out at the mound. Now Blackwell quickly delivers and will miss outside with a curveball, 2-0. Bryson Bard waits on deck. Strike to Eggleston. So there's not a 4-run base hit in the bag, so the Cardinals need a couple of runners. Check swing, and he went around. Count evens out at 2-2. The 2-2 pitch. Called strike 3 on the outer half. And now the Huskies are 1 out away from claiming a victory here in Webb City. Bryson Bard 0 for 2 with a walk and a sacrifice bunt is the Cardinal catcher. Watches the first pitch over low for ball 1. The 1-0 pitch sails outside for ball 2. Hudson Bird awaits his turn. Swing and a miss on an off-speed pitch. 2 balls and 1 strike. Another called strike on the outside corner, and the Cardinals now down to their last strike with a 2-2 count here to Bard. And a swing and a miss there by Bard, and the game will finally come to an end. But John Hershey puts up 4 runs in the top half of the 11th inning, and they escape with a 5-1 win here in Webb City. We're going to take a 3-minute break, and we'll be back with the postgame show. You've been listening to Cardinal Baseball here on the KNEO and the Webb City Cardinals Sports Network.
Churches everywhere preach that heaven and hell are real, and that a relationship with Jesus Christ is the only way to get to heaven.
When you hear such a message, you can do one of 2 things.
Billy Graham.
First, you can reject it, laugh it off, take it lightly, or you can weigh the facts, heed the warning, and gauge your life and actions accordingly, and repent of your sins, and turn to Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior.
So what does repent of your sins mean? It means you're sorry for the sins that you've committed, and you ask the Lord to help you stop sinning.
It is never too late to repent, never too late to turn to Christ. All the way through the scriptures, it teaches that God is a God of love, forgiveness, and mercy.
And He wants you to know all 3. Someone is ready to talk with you right now when you call 888-388-2683. That's 888-388-2683. We're the Billy Graham Evangelistic Association.
Are you the cup half empty person? Or is the cup half full? Honestly, it's easy for each of us to grumble and complain at times about circumstances or people in our life. Can a negative person become more positive? The answer is yes. God's attributes are love, joy, peace, and the list goes on. The Bible describes these qualities as the fruit of God's Spirit living within us. These qualities don't come naturally, but are the results of having a relationship with God. Maybe you've tried to be positive in your own strength, but were tired of trying to keep up a facade. Jesus Christ died on the cross to provide forgiveness and hope. Through faith in Christ, we enter a relationship with God. Start a new and positive journey in your life through Christ. Call 888-NEED-HIM or chat with us at chataboutjesus.com.
Smushed. That's how all the cars looked on a truck I passed recently. Steel pancakes, crushed and ready for the scrapyard. But one day every one of those cars was somebody's dream come true. Not anymore. Yesterday's dream has been flattened. Like so many of life's dreams. Things we thought were what we were looking for in life. A dream job or home, a big milestone, a romance, a marriage, children. They failed to fill the hole in our heart. In the Bible, our Creator tells us that we were made by Him and for Him. Our soul is restless and lonely because He's missing. You and I have hijacked the life God was supposed to run. So there's a wall between you and the one you were made for. But there doesn't have to be, because Jesus died for you to pay the hijacker's death penalty. When you tell Him, Jesus, I'm yours, the wall between you and God comes down and the hole in your heart is filled. We'd love to help you begin your relationship with Him if you'll call us at 888-NEED-HIM, 888-NEED-HIM.
And back here at Barnes Field in Webb City, a 4-run 11th inning was enough for the John Hershey Huskies to run their record to 3-0-1 as they escape here with a 5-1 victory. The line score, if you look through it, the one thing that sticks out to you is the Cardinals with 17 strikeouts today, Hershey only with 2. The Cardinals stranded 9, Hershey stranded 11. So for the John Hershey Huskies, they had 5 runs on 10 hits, did not commit an error. Webb City 1 run on 7 hits and committed 3 errors. Andrew Young, 3 of the 7 hits for the Cardinals as he was 3 for 5 on the day. Luke Beverlin scored the only Cardinal run off a RBI from Brody Eggleston. So the Cardinals will be back in action on Thursday as they welcome Lakes Community. That game to be played at Missouri Southern. Game time will be at 4:30. We should be back on the air somewhere around 4:15 or 4:20. So for Roberta Foster filling in for Luke Taylor back at the studio and Will Hedrick here at Barnes Field, this is Tim Workman signing off. You've been listening to Cardinal Baseball here on the KNEO and the Webb City Cardinals Sports Network.
This has been a live production of KNEO Sports. This broadcast may not be reproduced or retransmitted without the express written consent of KNEO Sports Network. This has been a sporting outreach of KNEO Sports Network, reaching into communities to make a difference.